get it. But they're not. No, they're not in any sort of way leaders. They just position themselves to take advantage of other people's ignorance, as you said earlier, I believe.
Yeah, ignorance. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was I phrased it that way, but it's pretty close. All right, we got Mr. Flow State who's asking for the link. Let's drop the link for Mr. Flow State.
Yeah, that could be interesting. He can be very reasonable sometimes. I'd much rather cooperate with him than fight him too.
Before I try to not hold a grudge. What's up, Slow Save?
I heard my name come up a lot.
It showed up in chat.
Well, any questions, comments, concerns, accusations, Mitch?
No, I think I've addressed all mine. I mean, you know where I stand.
Refresh me. I don't really ever know where you stand. You still think
I've met you before. Good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you too, man.
I'm an open book, man. I speak my mind, and I'm not afraid to be wrong. I
You're
wish
an
I was
open
wrong
book,
about a
but
whole lot
you
more.
move around quickly. Oh shit!
Not really. It just I'm busy, so it might seem that way. It's a matter of perspective, I guess.
So do you still think the crispy thing was a fraud? That me and
Oh yeah. If nothing else, your ignorance is no excuse, right? So if you genuinely didn't,
well, we didn't
know,
make excuses.
I mean,
That's why we offered to refund everybody back their money out of their own pocket.
That was a virtue signal.
Was it?
Yeah.
It could have been an expensive virtue signal.
Yeah. You knew damn well.
But you think it's insecure? You think it's insincere?
You knew damn well that nobody was going to ask for their money, and that's why you.
Not at all.
You know.
Actually, I thought somebody would. I didn't expect 100% of people not to.
Either way, it's not an expense. That's a fucking mistake. It's not like it's going to cost you money. You
it absolutely
up
would be. Yes, absolutely. We gave all that money to Crispy.
Okay, well, that's your responsibility.
And we took responsibility for it, Mitch.
No, you didn't, because you would have just refunded the money, not giving people the option.
Oh, look, it's Snafu. Snafu's back.
That's taking responsibility.
Giving it back.
Yeah.
Do you want to come untangle this? You know, some of the shit came through Walmart MoneyGrams. Some of the money
myself in that position because
you won't get yourself in that position because you're the basket case that needs help.
I called that shit out way before it even happened.
You did exactly my point.
Right.
If you call
any
everything
reasonable
fraud,
man could have seen it coming.
If you call everything fraud,
I don't call everything a fraud. You were intentionally.
I've never heard you not call.
You were intentionally ignorant to enable the situation. You are responsible, but you didn't take responsibility.
We did take responsibility.
No, you didn't. You would have just refunded the money.
That's fine. That's your decision, or that's your call. But you're wrong. But you're wrong about it being fraud. You're wrong about us gaining anything.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I documented the fraud.
Oh, really? What? Show us your documentation.
It's 6.5 hours long. You go find it for yourself. It's been on my page for months since.
You've got a 6.5 hour video documenting our fraud.
Yes. I think I even tagged you in it.
You didn't tag me in shit.
Pretty sure
if you call everything fraud. Okay, hold on. Let me back it up. What's a fundraiser? Give me a reference to one fundraiser you have not called fraud.
Oh, there's millions.
I just want I just want one example. That should be plenty.
There's millions. It'd be a better example of what I've called a fraud.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You call everything fraud. I want you to give me one example of a fundraiser you're aware of that you have not called fraud.
I don't call everything a fraud. Have I called you a fraud untrackable?
You keep saying that. Has he done a fundraiser?
I'm sure.
You can't give one example. That proves my point.
Have I called you a fraud, OTW?
Nope.
He can't even raise funds for himself.
Hey, I raised funds for a truck and some other things. I sold a painting for over $300. So I think I can raise funds.
I bought one of those paintings that I never got.
What are you talking about? You never bought a painting here.
I didn't pursue. I did. I didn't pursue it because the price I paid for the painting was less than shipping would have been.
I can speak for myself and say that no, I don't run my own channel, but on a channel, I shaved my beard off and got over $100.
Okay.
I don't know what type of shit y'all want from people, but my beard right now, it's going for about $500. So
the internet's just a hot spot for deceptive fundraising, and it happens all over the place. So,
but you have no discernment, Mitch.
Oh, I do have discernment.
You have no discernment. If you call everything a strike,
I exposed a massive fraudulent.
If you call everything a strike, that's not discernment. I don't call
everything a strike. That's your narrative, but it's wrong. Objectively.
I want you to give me. I've asked for one example of something you've called not a strike, a ball.
And you OTW's recent fundraising. He just did some fundraising.
He requested money, and he told you that example, and that doesn't properly count.
Why not?
Why not?
Because if somebody's raising money for themselves, that's not a fundraiser, is it?
Sure it is.
Why not? Why wouldn't it be?
Mitch, why don't you come up with one example of your own?
I can come up with all the examples.
Stop telling me that you can come up with lots of examples.
No, I don't owe you shit. Why don't you fucking
Because you're a fraud. You're a fraud.
Okay, what have I done that's deceptive?
Calling everything a strike.
I don't call everything a strike.
You call every single thing a strike.
Nope. We just proved you wrong.
No, you didn't prove shit.
Yes, we just proved you wrong.
Give me one example where somebody's raised funds for something.
OTW just did fundraising for paintings, and
he ripped off a lot of people there. You didn't call that a fraud.
And he just did some shit.
No. Stop taking examples.
If I didn't call it a fraud, then how did I call everything a fraud?
You didn't even know about those fucking things.
What do you mean I didn't know about it? I fucking knew he had a meltdown and he didn't sell any paintings.
He sold paintings. He didn't deliver a lot of them.
Yes, I delivered every single painting that I sold.
Oh my God.
Everybody received their paintings.
I didn't pursue you because obviously you started your bidding too low. At $5, you can't cover your shipping. So why the fuck would I grill you over that? And that's your dumbass.
You're supposed to pay for shipping. I never said I'd pay for shipping.
That's between you.
Yes, you did.
You could like the price. No, I never said I'd pay for shipping. You're wrong. Everybody, I already warned
Mitch,
everyone.
Will you get on this man for his fraud?
I don't know. I haven't seen any fraud.
That was my point exactly. You didn't even fucking know about it.
Because he's not deceptive.
What?
He's not.
Wow. Okay, this is good. Do you have any footage or something to back this up? Because I'm like, wow.
No, I'm not rummaging through months of because I don't care about it. Keep the $5.
I've actually criticized him for his fundraising.
See how cheap Slow State is? Gives me $5 for a fucking painting. That's ridiculous. I thought you were tipping me.
When he was fundraising for his truck.
So you remember? Hold on. OTW, do you remember me giving you that $5 painting or not?
No, honestly, I don't remember that.
But you just said you thought I was tipping you.
No, I'm supposing, I guess.
Okay.
I don't remember it. I have no recollection of it at all. I have to go look back.
So you
seriously.
Just made up a memory.
It's only
I was tipping you.
Yes. But I can go review it. I still have the auction. I still have it in like the 2 years ago, whatever. So I can go check and see if you actually did give me $5 or something.
You can do that if you'd like. If you want to call me on my bluff, then go ahead. I'm not asking for the painting. Obviously, you started bidding way too low to not even cover your expenses.
Well, yeah, I figured
your
that
problem, not mine.
But he wasn't offering to cover shipping, is what he's saying.
Right. I know. I said
now
that.
He's saying that.
No. I say that's why I'm going to look back.
Do you remember it or not?
No.
Okay.
That's why I just said I'm going to go look. I'm now. You made me curious. I'm going to go fucking review that. I'm going to find out.
Did anyone pay shipping on the other ones you sold?
All of them did. Everybody paid their shipping.
That makes sense.
I thought you didn't remember.
I don't remember about you. I don't remember you ever even
didn't
buying
remember
one.
that.
So you have memories.
I remember everybody else buying a painting except
you don't
for
want to
you.
remember.
I hope it's not selective memory.
I just you can't be reasonable.
That's it. I'm gonna go check. Dude, I can't confirm nor deny what you're saying, Slow State.
Then
I honestly don't
trying
remember.
to confirm the opposite of what I'm saying. Then shut your mouth all the fucking way.
No, this is you. Shut your mouth. He's being honest.
The fuck if he is being honest?
You're being manipulative. You're trying to fucking push narratives and.
You're being dishonest because you can't remember a single time you didn't call a strike. He's being dishonest because he does.
Bullshit.
He apparently doesn't remember.
I don't fucking keep track.
That's not being dishonest. I'm just saying. I'll admit to it if I'm witness to myself doing that. I've never been dishonest out here, man.
Oh my god.
I keep track of the frauds in my mind, but I don't keep track of the non-frauds. Like that doesn't make any sense. I need to prove to you the fundraisers that I didn't.
Chuck in Tennessee is saying
pretty much every fundraiser I didn't call fraudulent.
Chuck says he's wrong. He cried because he couldn't afford shipping.
Who says that?
Chuck.
Chuck. What does Chuck know?
More than you, apparently. He remembers it.
Oh, yeah, he remembers.
All right, hold on a sec. Now I'm going to go look it up. Man, you guys are terrible. I was going to do it on my own time, but since you guys are really bugging me with this, I'm going to go check it out myself.
Douche, fucking frat boy douche. Fucking wants to say my discernment's low, but he couldn't.
Your discernment is low. You're an angry, bitter ankle biter.
Fraud coming from a mile away, dude.
You call everything fraud. That's not sight. That's not insight. That's not foresight.
I call you ignorant and an enabler of her fraud. If you didn't know and you weren't involved, that says you're fucking dumbass. But I don't think you're a dumbass. So
I have not seen you call one thing not fraud. So if you can give me an example, but you can't, then we're left with everything being a strike.
Must be fraud. But there's a lot of things.
You run around screaming fraud more than Snaps does.
No, I run around calling you a fraud.
You're like Snafu Snaps pretending to be legitimate.
So it's your perspective that I call everything a fraud because you think you're the center of the world. That makes sense.
Snafu Snaps, what was it like when you got molested?
Good job running off the one quality fucking guest we had.
Maybe you should have done a better job of keeping him.
No,
You think Snafu's not a quality guest? Is that what you're saying?
No, he's a fucking. He's a mess, but he's getting better.
Damn it! I don't have it in the fucking. I think it's in my computer. Shit.
I'm glad we found some common ground. Hopefully, we can build from there.
All right. Well, just have a little bit better judgment. Be a little bit less lopsided.
I have.
You're lopsided as shit.
I'm not gonna let you fucking gaslight me into whatever fucking bullshit you want to.
It's not a gaslight. It's the truth.
I proved you to be unreasonable.
If you call 100% of things a strike, which
intentionally you do. Ignorant. I can't tell you what your intent is. Only you.
I know. A broken clock is right twice a day.
You can admit what your intent was.
Congratulations. Right? This is one of your broken clocks.
Great. So it's up to you, man. I don't give a fuck if you're honest about it.
So
you to be intentionally dishonest or ignorant and stupid. It's up to you. You choose.
Have you ever seen a scam where the people offer the money back?
Yes.
Who?
You.
That's what I thought you were going to say. What are you cackling for up there, Crispy the Clown? Find that footage.
It was good because when people get caught in a
it's on another hard drive. It's completely different. I can't do that now.
Snafu's trying to turn his camera on. Snafu, turn your camera on.
When people get caught in a scam, it's not a choice. Usually criminal charges follow.
Fucking charge me.
That's not my position.
Yeah, you didn't contribute to it.
Yeah, he's not the one who got scammed.
Exactly. I'm
not. Why didn't you warn any of the victims?
I did. I warned them all. And you blocked me for it.
Are you blocked?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can stay that way.
Doesn't hurt my feelings.
How's it going, OTW? You don't look like you're scrolling.
Shows you're scared. You're trying to maintain a narrative.
It doesn't look like you're scrolling.
Dude, I've stopped scrolling. It's not on the it's not on my channel. It's on a hard drive. I have to switch up hard drives.
It's a badge of honor to get blocked by cowards and frauds.
Snafu, how's your autoimmune disease going? Poor guy's so weak he can't even talk.
Guess I'm going to start slinging panelverse character NFTs.
There's another one of your bogus narratives. He was just talking. He's not so weak he can't talk. He's just...
Well, I haven't heard it.
All right, well, I have.
Well, you've got bad discernment. I don't trust you. OTW, okay. Say something.
Well,
no, I'm sorry, not OTW.
I didn't get caught up in a scam.
Snafu, are you alive?
Let's talk about bad discernment. Let's talk about Christian.
If you call everything one way, that's not discernment.
It's not calling everything. That's
yes,
your
you keep saying that you don't, but you can't
provide
one
your
example.
Narrative. Your extremist narrative.
Let me ask it this question a different way.
One extreme to the other.
Let me ask the question a different way. What's the last thing that you contributed to?
The last thing I contributed to was
sheesh.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Paul. It was Paul.
To Paul. You contributed to Paul.
I did.
What was he raising funds for?
T-shirts.
The slave shirts? So you bought a product?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not a contribution.
Well, actually,
that's a purchase.
I donated $80. He donated some shirts. We got into it. He refunded the $80, and I offered to send the shirts to Pineal Power.
Why did you get into it? Did you start calling him a fraud then too? Yes. Yeah. So hold on. You bought shirts, then you started calling him a fraud. He returned the money and you kept the shirts?
I called him a fraud before I bought shirts.
God, you're a snake.
Why? What's snaky?
Why? What's snaky about that? You should have sent the shirts back, right? Isn't that what you told me?
I tried. I actually tried to offer him. He didn't want them. So
that's exactly what the fuck I did with the money.
So I tried to send him to Pineal Power, and he didn't send me the address, and I threw him in the trash.
God, you're a moron.
I didn't benefit from them. That's what I didn't do.
Neither did I.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
out of pocket. I sent my own money to Crispy.
Right.
Because I matched the second 100.
Because your discernment's low.
You don't have discernment. My discernment lapsed there. Your discernment is constantly broken.
Wait. Okay, so you're saying
where else was I wrong?
In this particular situation, you want to compare discernments when Mitch did not give any money. Mitch did not help promote any of that. Mitch did not participate at all. Mitch actually called it out before it happened, called it out while it was happening, called it out after it was happening, and you didn't.
So why is he a hypocrite?
Where's the lack of discernment here?
Here's where the discernment
is.
Not
hypocritical.
Mitch calls everything a fraud.
I contributed to a specific cause. When
Paul
acts fraudulent, I call him out for his fraudulent behavior.
So when do you take accountability for being fraudulent for going ahead and supporting people that you say are fraud?
If you can point out somebody that I called a fraud and I was wrong about, then I will accept.
So you support frauds?
If you can call out,
I would say that in this instance, you were yes. In this instance, you supported a fraud.
Can you call out somebody that I've called a fraud and was wrong about?
In this instance, when you bought T-shirts from Paul, he wasn't being a fraud.
Right. I agree.
Then why the fuck are you calling him a fraud on each end?
Can you point out a situation where I called somebody a fraud and was wrong?
You would have been wrong there.
No, I wasn't.
Because
wrong.
Selling T-shirts isn't fraudulent. You got T-shirts.
I never said it was.
So you were calling him a fraud the whole time. That means that you're wrong.
I've called out situations that I found to be deceptive that didn't involve the t-shirts.
Okay, so they were not fraudulent. The t-shirts weren't fraudulent. Why did you call him a fraud?
Were not fraudulent. I didn't call the t-shirts fraudulent. That's your discernment.
I'm just retelling the story how you tell it to me.
No, that's not. That's your interpretation, and you're wrong. That's not how I told it to you.
You support frauds.
No, I don't.
Is Paul a fraud?
No.
Did you call him a fraud?
He's done fraudulent things. He's used deception. We all have at some point in time in our life. And for people to come correct on that, it's honorable. Because maybe he just didn't know.
I feel like Snafu keeps trying to turn on his camera. Mitch, the mental gymnastics that you go through to not be a fraud and not be...
It's reasonable logic. It's you not being able to maintain your narrative. So you call whatever you want, but...
You told me that I was fraudulent because I didn't return the money out of pocket.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, then what should I have done to not be fraudulent?
I never even said.
Well, I guess the argument here was discernment.
About that.
The argument was
that is
discernment,
exactly
guys.
the thing you said when I first came up here.
So that would actually imply that you had lack of discernment, not seeing
hold on.
in the first place.
OTW, shut up! Don't move the goalpost, Mitch.
I never said it makes you a fraud for not returning the money. What I said is by you not returning the money is not taking responsibility. That's what I said. If you were taking responsibility for the fraud, then you would have returned the money without.
Now you said that right on the heels of what you did with Paul and his shirts. You got the shirt.
I never said the shirts were fraudulent.
You're not taking responsibility for your part in that fraud.
I never said the shirts were fraudulent.
He sent you the money back.
We already established this. You can't maintain.
If you want to hold me to the same standards that you didn't hold yourself to,
your mouth. You're a fucking duplicitous, double-speaking, fucking.
Mitch, are you a hypocrite?
Fork-tongued. No, you are.
Then if you don't want to be a hypocrite, you need to send that $80 back to Paul.
No, I never said the shirts were a fraud.
He sent you $80 and shirts. You got shirts for free.
No, that's not how it worked.
Did you get shirts for free?
It's not how it worked.
That is how it works.
No, it's not how it worked. I
All
never
right,
said
shut your mouth or send him $80.
I never said the shirts were fraud. I never asked for the $80 back.
But you got it back, didn't you? Did you answer or did we freeze?
Yeah, I got the $80 back. He sent it back.
Why didn't you return the payment?
Because it's not my responsibility.
Yeah, I don't
he wanted to send it back. He wanted to send the $80 back. So I sent him $80 contribution. We got into a dispute. He sent the $80 back. He said he wasn't going to send the shirts. He sent the shirts and the $80 back. I said I didn't want the shirts. And so
you're trying to wear them out until you get to keep the shirts and the
Pineal Power said he wanted the shirts.
So so you gave your homie shirts for free?
No, I didn't. They ended up in the trash. So
everybody loses. You set up a paradigm in which everybody loses.
I didn't set it up. I participated in it.
You know, if you took responsibility, you would have sent him back. You would have rejected the payment he sent back to you.
It's not my responsibility. The shirts weren't fraud. You're refusing that element for one. So that completely debunks your
OTW's done looking
false premise.
No, you're a null point. You've already proven that you won't do what you expect other people to do. You kept $80.
No, that's not true. I never said the shirts were fraud.
Okay.
Ever. That's your bogus narrative that you can't let go.
No, I'm not. That has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does.
What I'm saying is that you purchased a product, you received the product, you bitched about
him being... purchase a product. First of all,
you didn't buy the shirts?
No, $80 for 2 shirts. That doesn't make any sense.
Sure, it does.
Are they Kanye West shirts? Fuck no.
You paid for shirts.
No, I didn't pay for shirts. First of all, I gave him an $80.
Why did he send you shirts?
I gave him an $80 contribution.
Okay, so this is that soft sit word games we're playing, right? It's not a purchase,
No,
it's a voluntary
not word
donation.
games.
Okay.
It's just you refusing to accept reality to maintain your bogus narrative.
Okay, so
You're
for argument's sake, they each gave each other a gift. All right, I gave you a gift.
This
you
doesn't
gave me
matter.
a gift.
This is semantics. This is
For the
semantics.
sake of argument, let's just say I bought the shirts for $80.
Okay, let's say that.
At no point did I say that the shirts were fraud.
I didn't say you said that. I said that you use deceptive, fraudulent means to get free shirts.
No, I didn't. Where did I deceive?
You didn't send the money back. When he sent you the money and you kept the shirts, you didn't send the money.
That's not deceptive. There's nothing deceptive about that. There's nothing fraudulent about that.
Okay.
Okay, so what?
Okay.
Here, let me see what I hear. Look.
So now you're twisting
hold on a sec. Wait.
terms and narratives like a
I see Mitch giving a donation to Paul, right?
I know.
I see Paul refusing the donation, giving it back. Then in proof of good faith, still sending the shirts. I don't see any fraudulent action.
Did he send the shirts before or after he returned the money?
I don't know. He said he wasn't going to send the shirts, and then one day the shirts showed up.
So that's where I take my argument to the next level and say it was an act of good faith on behalf of Paul.
I agree.
And then it was an act of bad faith on the part of Mitch because he kept the shirts and he didn't return the money.
No. You're
trying to act like these two things are separate acts.
There was no way for me to return the shirts. He didn't have a return address. He keeps his address private. There was no way for me to return the shirts.
Can you play it back and see where Mitch said he bought the shirts?
I already conceded for the sake of argument. Let's say I bought the shirts for $80.
Right.
Okay, you can say that you concede for the sake of argument, but you concede because that's what the fuck you said.
It doesn't matter. There's no deception involved there.
No, there's just pressure tactics. You pressured Paul by saying, why did Paul decide? What were you pressuring Paul on that made him send the money back?
I didn't pressure him on anything.
Why did he decide to send you your $80 back?
I don't know. He fucking pulls this fucking bullshit whenever he did, like he did with Direct D.
I was there. Mitch was commenting in chat something, and Paul
was Mitch calling for fraud?
I don't remember, but Mitch commented something. Paul said, "You know what? I'm going to send you back your money."
So if the two things were unrelated, Mitch, why did you ask for his address to send the shirts back if the two things were totally unrelated?
I didn't ask for his address.
So you didn't even try to send them back?
I offered to.
Why would you offer to send the shirts back if the two things weren't related?
Just out of good faith, because if we're going our separate ways, I'm not going to. Okay, I already conceded that for the sake of argument. Okay. But I actually didn't buy the shirts for $80, and that's evidenced in the transaction, if you want to call it that.
In the legal sense of what we're speaking, it was a donation, whatever that, you know what the semantics are.
Yeah, it was.
But for sake of argument, legally speaking, whatever.
Look, nobody's sitting here trying to get Paul on the hook for income tax. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to get you on the hook for.
We're not here to point.
You're on the hook for being deceptive and manipulative and getting free stuff.
To a fraud, to somebody.
I disagree. I don't think
a fraud. Who cares?
Him wanting to return them shows that also good faith. And I'm not. I don't want to profit off of the situation.
OTW. Could he have sent the money back when he kept the shirts?
I could have sent the money back.
That's right.
But I did. But the money was sent back way before I got the shirts, and so I sent him money. He sends it back. I'm going to send it back. We're just going to keep sending it back to each other. All right. Where does that end?
It ends with you keeping the shirts and returning his money.
Okay. Well, keeping the shirts and returning the money wasn't the option. He sent the money back to me, and we're just going to keep sending the money back and forth to each other.
No, you send the money back to him, and then that's where it ends. You shut your mouth. You keep the shirts you bought, and you.
Can you put him backstage for a minute? He doesn't have to accept this narrative.
Mitch, I would accept a return of the money I've sent to you.
I'm just going to put down, since he keeps deflecting from reality.
You have to have me put backstage.
No, hold on a second. I'm going to ask you both because I want to make something clear.
Go ahead.
What are we trying to prove here? This is what I'm confused about. What is the actual like overarching
He's trying
theme
to
here
prove
that we're trying to
I'm a
understand?
fraud, but he can't articulate the deception.
Is that why you need me put him back?
No, I'm going to lay down what you're refusing to hear. So you keep interrupting. And so instead of fighting you for the fucking mic, I'm asking you to fucking be excused. All right. Well, if you want to have a good faith, intellectually honest conversation, fucking man up and start now.
Yeah, sure. Also, but before you start, could you send me back the money that I've sent you? Go ahead.
No, I will not send you back the $20 that you sent
me. You never cease to amaze me, motherfucker. Go ahead, guys.
Right. That's not deception. You'll still never call me a fraud. What I will say is that $20 now proves to be manipulation.
That's all you wanted to say?
I don't owe you $20. I don't know why you sent me $20.
Because you were crying about needing a hotel room because your dog or some shit.
No, I never needed $20.
It doesn't matter. You keep it. I'm not an Indian giver. I'm not that sort of dude.
Why
like
you did it is
I
because
were
you're
Mitchell,
using
what I'd be saying right now is you frauded me. You frauded me. You frauded me.
You did it because you felt bad for using my content on your monetized channel. That's why.
I didn't get shit off of you.
That's why you did it.
You think you made me $20?
I already said I don't know why you sent me $20, but it was at the time
because you were on your channel begging for money because you had a hard situation.
I don't beg for money.
Yes, you do.
I'm honest about my situation. All right,
that's begging.
People send me money. That's not begging.
I really need money to get a hotel room tonight because my
dog. Thank you to the new subscriber.
Right. By being honest about my situation and allowing people to contribute could be loosely construed as dry begging, but it's not begging either way. I don't beg for money.
That shit's splatted.
Right. No, I don't beg for money. I'm fucking.
But anyways, I'm muting myself up so you can go ahead and say whatever you want to say.
You're the one who begs for money, buddy.
Right. So, Mitch, you wanted to lay it out before you guys went at it again. So, I guess Flow State's going to yield and let you go ahead and do that. So we can,
now that he has already fucking distracted the conversation and muddied the waters so much that it doesn't really fucking matter. But either way, the point is Paul was getting shirts made, actually. So they weren't even Paul's shirts. There's another element that he's not even open-minded enough to get to. It was D-Ace that actually made the shirts. He funded it and everything. So if anyone was fucking losing in that situation, it was him. Right. So either way, D-Ace actually is the one who sent me the shirts on Paul's behalf. I was being supportive of his cause because we got past our disagreements. I thought we found common ground. And I felt like it was more for myself than to help him out. But I felt like it was a good faith, a show of good faith and a kind gesture to give him $80. He said he offered 2 shirts in return for that. And so I eventually got the shirts, but before I got the shirts, we got into an argument. He blocked me, said he didn't want anything to do with me, and he sent the $80 back. And so we've since got past that. If he ever fucking mentions it, I doubt he will. But if he ever feels like he was cheated out of $80, I would happily.
Why are you waiting for him to say that? Why don't you just take the initiative and do the right thing?
Because he didn't lose. He's sending back what I gave him.
If he didn't lose, then why does he get the right to claim that he feels cheated in the future?
I wouldn't necessarily.
That's a hypothetical. That's
I wouldn't necessarily agree with him. But
you just said if he ever feels like he got cheated, I'll send him the $80. Why would you give him the option?
And I'm telling you, I wouldn't necessarily agree with him. I would respect it. You emotional fucking idiot. Because if he feels wronged, I would want to resolve that. That's it. But he didn't lose it. What's wrong with
that? Why would you laugh at that? Is that why is that beyond your?
It's not like he lost $80 or 2 shirts.
If he didn't lose anything, why are you giving him the option to say he did?
I'm not.
You guys are both retarded.
No, I'm saying if he feels wronged in that situation, I'm happy to resolve it. I wouldn't agree with it, but I would respect it.
Okay.
Because I sent the $80. At that point, I'm no longer attached to that. Right? He sent it back.
You spin me right round.
He deserved it.
Right round.
No, that's you. You want to muddy the waters to maintain your narrative and refuse reality. Mm-hmm. That's you.
I feel wronged for sending you money.
Well, too bad. I didn't deceive you. If you can prove that I deceived you,
you didn't deceive Paul either, though, right?
No, I didn't.
His feelings are more valid than mine.
You deceived your audience.
His feelings more valid than mine?
You're using plausible deniability like a cop saying that you were acting in good faith and were fooled. You're not that dumb.
Are Paul's feelings more valid than mine?
Everyone who is reasonable and not simped out saw Crispy Treat's deception from a mile away. That's why it became undeniable and you eventually had to admit it. You didn't admit it when you knew.
No, absolutely not. You know what would have been easiest to do? Because I said from the get-go, I'm not sharing her medical information. The easiest thing for me to do would have been to accept the shit she gave me and say, okay, we got it. It's good. I had an immediate out right there.
That's not an out. You were trying to cover your face.
I didn't cover. I didn't take it. I told her that bullshit she sent me was fraud.
Okay, but you're saying that you
doctored paperwork.
You're playing the victim instead of taking responsibility.
Mitch, I would like to know how you think I should take responsibility. And before you say you should just send the money back, know that I'm going to say that about you and Paul.
There was no deception involved.
No, you're being deceptive with Paul. You're being deceptive and manipulative with your positioning.
If Paul feels that way, I would happily send him the money back. But that's not your fight to fight. That's his.
This isn't your fight to fight.
That's not your claim to make.
This isn't your claim to make.
You came to the public deceiving people.
You're deceiving people in the public. Right now, we're in the public.
No. What's the deception?
The deception is that you didn't steal shirts from Paul.
I didn't. They weren't Paul's shirts. They were DA's.
Do they say Paul enslaved on them?
No.
They say you are a slave.
Did people get them through Paul?
No.
They didn't. DA was selling them on his own.
Yeah, he was
by means of marketing through the platform.
Right.
Yeah, he did shipping and everything.
He did. I didn't ask if he did everything. I'm asking how anybody came to know about the shirts.
That's not what you asked.
Let me clarify the question.
I even clarified it for you, Mitch.
I didn't hear you, OTW. Sorry.
Oh, well.
OTW, do you want to explain it again for Mitch? I think that Mitch is determined not to understand
what Slow State was implying is that Paul is using his platform as a marketing tool for the shirts.
So but that wasn't the claim.
Or donated.
Did you ever send any money to DA?
He said I bought the shirts through Paul. And
how did DA know to send you the shirts?
Paul must have instructed him. It wasn't my decision. I wasn't buying shirts.
You're a victim. You don't know how they got you the address for your shirts.
No, I wasn't buying shirts. He offered shirts after I.
See, this is that Sov sit in the private sort of
it's not.
thing. You bought shirts. You knew they were coming. That's how he got your address to send the shirts.
That's not how it works, because if that's how it was, then I would have had to return the shirts.
Did you expect did you know the shirts were coming?
I wouldn't have gotten my money back if I hadn't returned the shirts.
You didn't return the shirts. That's what you just said.
Shirts. Right. If I purchased shirts, but it wasn't a purchase of shirts. That's not how fucking business
playing
works.
These semantic games with me, Mitch.
It's not. You're playing semantic.
Why did you give them your address?
So they could send me shirts. That doesn't prove anything. That doesn't prove I bought shirts.
I didn't buy them from Paul. Oh, for fuck's sake.
It was D Ace's name and handwriting and everything.
John G says, just got here, but this
manufactured
Mitchell
them.
guy
Those
sounds
shirts-
shady.
Those shirts never saw Paul.
Arpol says
You're
fraud
fighting
line.
another man's fight that never called me a fraud. That doesn't feel frauded by
I'm
me.
calling you a fraud.
Right.
I'm calling
That's
you a fraud.
irrelevant. That's your retaliation for being caught in your fraud. I don't care if you call me a fraud. You call me a fraud all you want.
You just showed yourself to be a fraud. Now what you're leaning
No, I
on is
didn't.
that I didn't buy shirts. You
Now
bought
go
shirts.
make a stream about it and prove
You
it.
sent money
All
and
right.
you included your
Go
address so that you
make-
could get the
No,
shirts
I
you
didn't
bought.
include my address with that, with the money. It's not how that works.
So I guess what I'm getting out of this is Slow State's trying to want to get you in the same space as him,
I'm
where you're
he
calling
is-
him out as
He's in a worse
a
space than me.
fraudulent,
No, I'm not.
grifter, and he wants to bring you into that space. This is what I'm seeing. I don't know if I'm wrong here. But that's-
OTW,
Yeah,
Don't
he's
forget that you're in
desperate
the
to
space with me,
equalize
or else you owe
just
me a
like he
fucking
did with
painting.
Paul. He's desperate to equalize.
What's up, Chris?
He got caught
What's
in
good,
a
my
fraud.
man?
Now he wants to prove me to be a fraud, but there's no.
You
deception
are a
involved.
fraud. You proved yourself to be
No,
a
I'm
fraud,
not.
and OTW has proved himself to be a fraud as well. Because unless you send me a painting,
Send me shipping and handling. I'll send you a painting.
no, that was not part of the
Well,
deal.
Then you're not getting a painting. I'm not covering
Because
shipping
you're
and
a
handling.
fucking
I said it
fraud.
before.
Because you're a fraud. You're both
No,
frauds.
I said it. It's a disclaimer. I
Now
remember.
you're saying it. Now you're saying
Who
it. You can't
cares?
disclaimer after the
This is
fact.
why you stopped entertaining this fucking.
No, not after. Before.
You're saying it after. No, you did not say that shit beforehand.
Oh yeah. Because
okay, find it.
what you probably don't
Find
recall is you didn't start
Find it.
watching the stream. No. You're mistaken, sir. Because when you popped
Oh, he
in,
can't
probably
be
at that
wrong.
particular moment in the stream, and we were already live for already a few hours, and you weren't even aware
No,
of the disclaimer
he's
I
God.
made
He
before we
sees
started the
everything.
fucking auction.
I didn't buy the shirt today.
If you didn't see
Or
it,
We're
the,
not
then
talking
uh,
about
the
shirts here.
painting.
I know that, Slow State. We're talking about a 2-year ago auction.
I thought you didn't remember it, you dumb fuck.
Oh, okay. So like a memory can't come back.
Dude, you guys are snakes. OTW, you're not smart enough to be a liar. Mitch is at least smart enough to kind of try to snake around. You're not smart enough to be a liar. You need to have better integrity. You're too fucking
What's my
stupid.
deception?
You're too fucking stupid to keep track of your
you can't
lies.
articulate it. You can't articulate it.
I'd still like.
What,
I
a
said
guy
before,
can't,
we're gonna have
can't
to review it to
arbitrarily
make
remember
sure.
the things that are
But
in
I'm
his
pretty
best
sure-
interest?
You know,
No,
why?
you
It's
can't
because I
articulate
know
my
myself
deception.
and I know
You
how I
don't know
function, and
shit. You don't know yourself at all. You know yourself less than
Oh
anybody
my
on
God.
YouTube.
Oh, coming from a disingenuous motherfucker like
Yeah,
yourself
A
who makes
guy
fun
who
of
gets
handicapped
caught in a
people.
Fraud now wants to
Oh,
call
you're
everyone a
handicapped now.
fraud. You're the one calling
never
everyone
mind,
a
man.
fraud.
You're-
No.
you don't understand.
Let's go down
You're
that
obviously
avenue.
stupid.
OTW, tell me, are you handicapped?
You don't know what stupid means because you're
Are you
the actual
handicapped,
reflection of that.
OTW?
Yeah. If you didn't see Crispy Treats fraud, you're stupid.
Are you
Right.
handicapped, OTW?
No, I'm not handicapped.
Who's
sir.
handicapped that I made fun of?
Well, my daughter has.
Oh,
muscular
you brought your
dystrophy.
daughter into the conversation to hide behind, you bitch.
No. Why do you think I banned you in the first place?
You haven't banned me.
Yes, you've been fucking banned here for at least 2 weeks. This is like I let you up like lately because I didn't hold a
Because
grudge.
I'm not banned. Because you don't have any fucking word. Your word
You
doesn't
were
mean
banned.
shit. You
Yes,
drug
you
your
were.
you drug
I did a whole fucking stream on
you
it. What are you
drink-
talking about?
drag
I
your
fucking-
daughter into
sucks.
things
Wait,
all
wait,
the
wait,
time
wait,
to hide
wait.
behind.
Fuck you're stupid. I did a whole stream. I banned you. I banned everybody that fucking participated in your chat, in your fucking panel. That day I did a cleanse. I did a whole fucking purge that day. 8 hours of fucking banning people and having a fucking great time too at it. I was going at it like I was fucking trigger happy, motherfucker. What are you saying?
You didn't ban shit. You went through the motions. It didn't mean a goddamn thing to you. Everybody's immediately unbanned, and you never banned Snafu Snaps, who said way
Almost-
the fuck
oh,
more, way more than anybody else. Choke on it, bitch.
Yeah, great argument, Slow State.
Choke on it, you bitch.
I'll talk louder and more than you, and I'll be right. Oh, damn it, and you'll accept it whether you like it or not. Oh, I'm so fucking great. I'm God.
I am right. I can sit here silently and be right.
No, you're not right.
You brought
You're
your
not.
daughter back into the conversation.
You're trying to
You
justify
refuse
the
to hide
fact
to
that
behind.
accept
you
you were wrong.
you
Just
made
like
fun of my daughter. You're
I'm not
stupid.
responsible for taking care of your daughter. You are.
Just like you.
And I
fucking
did.
say
I
you
fucking
get
took care of it
And
until
then
I
you brought
decided
her
to
back
not
up
hold a
to be a
grudge
shield
anymore.
for your bitch ass.
Because I'm grown up. I'm a grown up and I can move
No, you're
on from
not.
stupidness.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes,
You were
well,
a
you're here
victim
right
of
now,
a
aren't you?
40-year-old disabled woman on the internet. You're a fucking fraud, dude.
Right.
I'm not a victim of her. He brings her back up. Stop using your kids as shields.
I'm not using my
Stop
kids.
using
You
your
did
kids
what
as
you did.
excuses.
You just see, you're also disingenuous.
Yeah.
You can't. You are even on your own panel going, "Oh shit!" You wanted to
You are
retract your
fraud.
own words. I know. I witnessed it
word?
all,
Oh.
dude.
Yeah, I didn't know that was your daughter.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you found out she was my daughter,
What'd I do?
You went like, oh my god, oh shit,
Yeah.
fuck, I didn't.
I was
mean
not
that.
trying to be
actually,
that mean
you
to
really
you.
did mean that.
I apologize to you.
Actually, you did, yeah. Well, maybe you did, but we actually saw your true character before you found out she was my daughter, motherfucker.
And you tried to
That's the proof
manipulate-
of your real character
Yeah.
and who you really are inside, man. That's why I banned your ass and every other motherfucker that fucking supports your ass.
So what did you learn about my character?
The
That
same
you're a
fucking character
manipulative
that
snake.
fucking has that Chesto Resto Molesto has. You both have the same fucking character.
Yes, we do.
And you
We
both think that you can
apologize.
get out of it. He fucking tried to buy my ass.
He sent you a $50
He tried
super
to
chat.
send me $50 to try and sway me with money.
He didn't
Your
need to
biggest
sway you for
fault is
shit.
You think you're
Fuck
smarter than
him. He
everyone.
tried to sway me because he just insulted my daughter in front of my fucking face.
Yeah, you dragged
felt
your daughter
guilty
out here
about
to be a
it, send me
shield for your
$50
bitch ass.
to try to fucking buy me off.
Who is responsible for protecting your daughter?
Well, she's responsible for her own protection at the age she's at. But as a father, I believe that I should be there for her.
So why
when
did you
it
bring
comes
her
to
back
this
into the
kind of
conversation?
particular venue?
Why did you bring
Say
her back
what?
in the conversation?
Well, you were kind of leading into it, so I just dived.
The fuck if I was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you
asking why you were banned. You're like completely oblivious to how fucking stupid and hypocritical you are.
You were trying to victim. You said you made fun of a disabled person. Nobody had said a damn thing
Right.
about your
Did
daughter.
I mention my
until
daughter?
You
See,
drug
you were
it
too
back in.
stupid. Right. You were too stupid to
Motherfucker,
realize
you
that
cannot
you were
use your
you
daughter
were,
as a
you
body
see?
shield and still claim that you're protecting her.
No, we all know who my daughter is. We've all heard the story. I've fucking mentioned it many times before.
Now we
She's been
do.
on my fucking channel many times. And for some reason you don't know. And then
And
all
I
of a
don't
sudden
know.
you're
I
giving
don't watch you
excuses.
that much.
You're fine. I mean, you're on my panel now. I've
I
gotten
am on
over
your
it. I'm
panel,
a
but
man. I'm not
banned.
gonna
But
fucking
you
linger
banned
and
me.
cry about it. But you were asking the question, you got your answer.
So let me
simple.
give you some
And now he's
caution.
a
As a
victim.
dad of a daughter, do better at keeping your daughter out of people's mouths, especially people talking shit on you. Don't use her as a body shield, you bitch. Stand in front of that and take your own criticism.
You're not making any sense.
Of course I
Says
am.
I
the guy
gave you an
talking about
answer to a
potentially
stupid
using
question that you
daughter for
asked me.
content.
Right.
Fucking talking about using minor daughter for content.
You're playing tug of war, man, and it's not working. I'm not falling for it. You did it with Mitch. That's fine. I found it entertaining, but you're not going to tug of war with me. We did it enough, and I have somebody
the
waiting
game's
back.
over. You lost the minute you try to pull your daughter in as a shield.
You know, this is your mindset.
You would rather have me
I'll tell you
attack your
something.
daughter than attack
think
you.
he's a fucking
Just
winner.
because you think that there's a win to have here, you've already lost.
Bingo.
I've won. Your daughter's
No.
a real loser
No,
getting
see
a
there,
dad like
that's-
your ass.
That's how retarded you are. You're fucking mind blowing. I love the name of my channel because this is out of this world, folks, and you can only get this kind of content right fucking here. So go hit that like, share, subscribe, do all that shit, because when you want to see out of this world shit, insane people, fucking mind-boggling situations, and fucking
Normally your
completely
channel's boring as
fucking
shit.
irrelevant
All week long,
conversations,
all you've done is
you're
just
in the right
stream
fucking
other
place.
people. Your
And that's
shit
why
was
you
dead
watch
until
it.
I
It's so
came up here.
boring. You know everything he does, but it's so boring.
Dude, what are you talking about? I've been having the same amount of people long before you even showed up. We were reviewing Nachiketa. Nothing has changed since you showed up. Actually, I was actually saying before you showed up, hopefully he's coming to comment about the situation that happened with Nachiketa and actually contribute to the broadcast right now.
course
Why
not.
would I
Why would we
comment on
expect-
something
But no,
that's
he had
not
to
my
go
business?
in. He had to go in on it with Mitch with the fraudulent
Yeah,
bullshit.
you guys
that
want
had
to keep
go with the
talking about me. I'll come
crispy
confront
treat
that.
narrative.
I'll come address
Then
the
it had to
business
go
that
with the
involves
all
me.
of the dick measuring contest. Who
My
is the
dick
more
is huge,
righteous?
motherfucker.
Who is the more deceptive? See, this is the low level fucking IQ
I can
that
smell it
I
on
have
your
to
breath
deal with
from
all
here.
the time here. And after that, these people come out and boldly say that they're smart. That's mind blowing to
He
me.
thinks he's 6 foot too. That's funny.
I'm 6'1".
Yeah, right.
Do you want to see my mugshot?
All right, Brick. Speaketh or forever hold your
What's up,
peace.
brother, man? Yeah. No, I'm.
Are you here to porn
Hell
bomb
no.
us?
No,
I would
Brick's
never
not
do
going to porn bomb. He's probably here to jump on the bandwagon and try to attack me while he's got a little bit of breathing room.
that. I got a little bit more character than that, and you know that, Flo.
Fine.
No, you know that. The end of all matters
right.
is peace for me.
Um,
I am only here to just kind of enjoy the show and get involved if I can.
See,
I don't
Hey,
know. the
sorry, man. I'm just gonna
backstory,
have to cut
but-
you off for a second, Brick. I got a retard in chat who's giving me money, and I have to say that you're no better, Mr. Rude Mud Crab, because you were also over there at Mr. Slow Slave's fucking broadcast making fun of my daughter. You piece of shit. So grow up and get a life, and fuck you if you think
Or OTW
that I was
keeps
laughing
bringing his
while other
daughter to
people
the
were making
public to
fun of
get
my
mocked
daughter.
in front of him.
You're retarded.
Oh yeah.
All right, so go ahead, Brick. Sorry I interrupted, man.
No, that's cool. And plus I got my mic set up a little better than I've had it in the past. So now I'm trying to venture out onto some panels. And I saw Flow State was, of course, sharing your channel. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go over there and check him out. Seems like a man of integrity. And
How the
he
fuck
subbed
did you
up.
get that impression?
Well, I heard him talking and just listening to the, character.
Don't you think the man of integrity should
questions
sell me
and
the painting
things
I bought
like
from
that.
him?
Did Mr. Flow State actually buy or purchase
I did. I sent him.
I don't really recall, but I'm gonna.
He
have
doesn't
to
really
review
recall
it, and
except for when he
I
wants
will
to say
get back to everyone on that particular subject because
That's fair.
I don't have access to that.
Okay, let me ask
particular
Brick it
video
this way:
right now.
if I bought a painting from him, don't you think he should send it to me?
If you bought one
I
from
agree.
him, if it was
You're
an actual
absolutely
business
right,
deal,
Slow
yeah,
Slave. In that
definitely.
particular event, in that, you're right. Yeah, if you did buy a painting, but
still, yeah.
if I review my that particular broadcast, that auction that I had, and if I do make a disclaimer saying that you have to pay shipping and handling on top of the price of the painting, then sir, you will be obligated to send me shipping and handling if you want that painting.
That
I
is
agree with
not
that.
what
And I
you
will
said when
actually
I bought
know
them.
which
That's not what
painting
you
it
said
is
when
you
I
bought.
bought them. You're
But
the
if he
dumbass who
did-
sold things
That's
for less
the
than
claim
their,
you're
than their-
making.
than the price to
But
ship.
if he
Slow
can
Slave,
show that he
I'm gonna ask you
gave
to take a break.
disclosure, then you're
Hold
on
on a
the
second,
hook.
Mitch. Slow Slave, I'm going to ask you to keep your patience in your pocket and we'll wait because I will honestly review this and I will actually bring it up on broadcast and we will see. So I'm asking you
You
to be
put all your
patient. I'll do this
broadcasts behind a
tomorrow.
paywall. I expect you to clip that.
No. You will, if you're there tomorrow, you will be able to participate.
I
Come
am
on
not
broadcast.
committing to being at your broadcast. You
And
need to
I
leave it up.
will
When you cover it, you
absolutely
need to
seek
leave it up so I
resolution.
can see it.
I will not. It's no. I probably already downloaded it and stashed it into the hard drive. That's why it's not on my channel. Because I don't want my channel to have like too many. I don't want like 500, 600 videos.
If you're going to cover this, you need to leave it the fuck up so I have time to see it, and everybody
He
has time
doesn't
to
have
see it.
any obligation.
You'll have all the time in the world. Tomorrow, I promise, I'll have
I
it all
will
set
not
up and
be
ready
here
to go.
tomorrow. I will not be here.
Oh fuck! Well, Tuesday then.
I'm not. I am not committing to you at all.
Too bad.
Why the
okay,
fuck
well, then
would I
I'll do
commit
it.
to
I'll do
come
it
on your
anyway.
broadcast?
Hey, wait. Okay,
No,
fine.
you're desperate to
I
have
understand it.
content up here. You're desperate for me to
No,
commit
but
to coming
see,
back.
yeah, you see, since you're not willing to go halfway with me, I'll do it the whole fucking bit. I'll review it anyway, even if you're not.
Fuck that pussy. Trying to get me to commit to come back on his broadcast in the future. Fuck out of here. I'm not coming. I'm not going any goddamn where. I already gave him too much attention. desperate to have me back up. If you want to, you'll come back tomorrow. No. What about Tuesday? No. If you want to cover your fucking ass, you do it in a way that people can see. Dude wants me to. Can you believe that motherfucker wants me to commit to coming back on his channel?
It's a solid investment in the future.
It would have been a good investment on his if
on his part, yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a massive misstep though. So 94% of people said yes, he's trying to use his daughter as a body shield. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. The minute that I leave, people start coming over here from there. Suck a dick, OPW.
Are we going to suck the sushi off this stick?
He already is trying to suck the sushi off the stick. He says that I'm banned. Obviously, I'm not.
I've assumed I was banned over there, but I don't think he's gotten around to actually doing it.
Yeah. So he does the same thing that I've seen Speakeasy do, that I've seen Generally Specific do. These dudes bring up their kids to use as a deflection, as a body shield. Don't make fun of my kid. Motherfucker, nobody was talking about your kid until you threw him out like bait.
I almost never mention my kid. And if someone else tries to imply that they know something about my kid, I giggle at them, because if you're subscribed to her, you probably shouldn't be subscribed to me. But if you are one weird, sick puppy.
Yeah, I don't bring mine up a lot either unless it's relevant. And I feel like now as a dad, it is, because I can see, like, I've got perfect vision on this thing as the father of a daughter. I don't ever offer this up to my enemies, to somebody who's talking shit on me right now.
And not people talking shit on me, but people talking shit in general. I'll definitely toss my oldest daughter to them.
Yeah,
she is goddamn dude. She is vicious. She'll shut them down so quick. And she's dark skinned, so she'll use weapons I can't use.
The race card.
She'll play the race card, the woman card, and the feminist card as a suit.
I keep forgetting that I can play the race card now.
Flow family over here, goddamn me.
Yeah, that nigga family.
Oh my god.
You're honorary nigga over here though.
Yeah, we don't do no white people over here. He honorary nigga over here.
Shit. Well, that was fun. What else is going on in the panelverse?
I don't know about the panelverse, but people are mad. It's like the full moon's got them tweaked or something.
It is a full moon, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with them. I know why I'm mad.
Because you got people in your front yard?
Oh, no, they're gone. They all left with all their trash still sitting out there and shit. I'll have to go get it up. But, and it'll be like for the next 2 months because no one else cleans up their front yard. So it'll constantly be blowing over here and drive me crazy like some old curmudgeon. But I'm angry because my wife's been gone for a week and I haven't gotten none.
Do you know where she's at?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, she had an opportunity to go to the beach with her mom. I never get in the way of that. I mean, if her mom's going to pay for everything and pay for her to go, yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, she could just be like, I'm going to see my mom, and that would be enough. I wouldn't really ask a whole lot more about it. You know, it's nice that they make it convenient. Yeah, no, they're tasty the past few days, Crystal. They really are.
I've got a pull up for you. I'm your wingman. Are you a woman willing to let Sasquatch one hit and quit it?
Huh.
I got you. All the yeses will come funneling in. Actually, maybe I should hold on. End it. I need to put. I don't need to have it be a female only specific. Christine, you don't count. Christine said that she was getting back into her slut years, and I haven't seen not one slutty thing about her.
Oh, it's not going to let me vote for some reason.
Oh, I killed it because.
All right, that explains it.
Yeah. I had it set up wrong.
I got time.
Let me do it this way. Well, is there anybody else in the metaverse that I need to shit on? I'm kind of in the mood now. It must be the fourth.
Oh, well, no, I've been laying motherfuckers low all around me for the past few days. Like I said, I've been a little bit testy. So, like, I've had a couple of folks come at me, but they just get bulwarked by the fact that I don't care. Yeah.
Shit on GS. GS shits on himself practically. He's another one of the dudes that holds his kid up. I didn't even know he had a gay son until the other day when he was getting shit on, and he goes, "You guys make fun of my gay son." What?
Just out of the blue?
Yep, just out of the blue.
Yeah, that's. I mean, to be honest, you kind of proved your point on that conversation 20 minutes before you actually left. And had you been Resla, had you been Gen X Jeff, or if you'd have been Jay Rillo, I would have straight messaged straight to you and been like, dude, you made your point. You're just beating a dead horse at this point, and it looks abusive, and move on. But that's what you were there for, and I understood that. And I just giggled and waited patiently for it to eventually, melt down.
I was there for that, but it's a little bit irritating me, like, because Mitch is somebody I've met in person. We've had dinner together. As I alluded to there, I've sent him money before when he was hard up, and then to have him come out of this whole thing and go, flow state's a fraud. Like, motherfucker, where? What fraud do you know that got frauded in the same breath and still offers to eat all the losses?
As an observation, you speak banker language and they speak YouTube language.
Explain that.
There might hold on, I dropped everything. There might be some disparity in the words you're saying versus the definitions they're hearing.
What does that mean? I speak banker language though, and they speak.
Well, you know the definition of fraud and what it actually means. They just think that they feel screwed, and that must be fraud. I don't think they actually know
banker language. Like, Mitch is pretty comfortable saying that wasn't a purchase, that was this. He speaks legal. He tries to speak legalese all the time.
No, he speaks of citizen. There's a little bit of a difference. That's contract language, and it's not exactly the same. Contract has sort of two languages. There's civilian contract, and then there's business contract, which can involve civilians.
So you're saying Mitch isn't even smart enough to know what fraud is?
Right. I'm saying that they just feel put upon by the whole concept and want to call it fraud so that you'll just leave them alone, not realizing that they're misusing the word and exacerbating the situation by doing so.
And Chuck apparently remembers when OGW had an auction and I bought one of his paintings for less than it would cost to ship.
Well, how much? I asked you.
Do you remember the Estapol?
Say that again.
Restate what you said there.
I said, do you remember when OTW was selling his paintings and I bought one for less than shipping would have cost?
Yes. And in fact, he said shipping was included till...
He did say that, didn't he?
Yep. And people were complaining that they weren't getting their paintings, and Moose called him out on it one day, and he got all upset, and that's when he came out with the story that I sold the paintings because I was hurting for money. I didn't realize shipping was going to be that much.
Yeah, that's what I thought I remembered too, but I wasn't confident enough in my memory to call him to the floor on it.
That's why he can't find it.
Okay, so can I buy one of his paintings? I think it would be hilarious.
You can buy the one that I bought if he ever sends it to me.
No, man.
I mean, shipping to or from Canada is not cheap.
Right, and that's exactly why I didn't press him on it. I never said a thing about it to him after the fact.
You know why it would be funny for me to buy a painting?
Huh?
Because I would pay for shipping and handling and be the only one that got one.
Well, he was offering to refund people money, but some of the people wanted a painting, so they coughed up the shipping on their own. But it took months before Moose called him out and shamed him to where he actually started sending them out.
Yeah. Well,
he needed money to pay his bills, so he
needed
thought
money right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Too bad.
And yes,
Too bad.
yes, you
Paul puts him in
did
a
buy
position where
one.
he has to chase off anybody who might contribute.
Yeah, yes, you did buy one, though, Flo.
Yep, that's what I remember too. And Gary remembers that too.
If you think about it this way, we could get the only actual OTW painting available and then auction it off to other people.
I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy.
And don't get it wrong. I bought a painting because it's not because I was enthralled with his art.
Exactly.
I bought this painting because I was enthralled with it.
We can't see anything except for Red
No.
Thunder Cloud.
You don't deserve it.
I mean, I bought these paintings because I liked them.
Right? Yeah.
That's fake. That's just a
Let's
backdrop.
stop being an asshole. Hold on. I'll show you.
I don't even remember what type of painting it was.
I don't either. It wasn't very big,
Nah,
if
it
I
wasn't.
remember right.
But I mean, like, what kind of a dumb? This is why he's too stupid to keep his lies straight. The dude wasn't even smart enough to figure out what shipping would cost. He started the bidding at like $0.
You know why? He was hurting for money.
Right then. You think the whole thing was a scam the whole time? He just needed money in the
No.
door right now.
He needed no. I think he actually meant to send them out, but till he got to the post office and realized what it was going to cost.
Okay, so then that brings me back to this is why he's stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't you know people in need will promise you the moon at that moment
Sure.
until they realize that they stuck their foot in their mouth?
I mean, he either did or he didn't recognize that he was talking out his ass at the time of the auction. I mean, if
the
he
need
did,
for money
if he
was
realized
greater than the. Yeah.
if he realized it and did that anyways, then he's a scammer. If he did not realize it until after the fact, he's dumb.
Or stupid.
Same difference.
And no, it was him that threw his daughter into the mix, just like GS did the other day, trying to hold
Yep.
the kid up as a battle shield.
Yep. I don't know what kind of a snake ass dude it takes to drag your kids into the conversation to take the heat off of you. Like I would feel more degraded stooping to that level than I would just taking whatever bullshit somebody said at me.
And Mitch must have changed his story 6 times in that conversation you had with him on those damn
The
shirts.
FTC mandates that online sellers disclose all costs associated with a purchase, including shipping and handling fees, before the transaction is completed. Thank you, Lijo. This is why I have an internet crush on you. That shit right there.
You got a crush on everybody, Flo.
Don't got a crush on you.
That's not what you said last night.
Yeah, why am I supposed to know who his daughter is? Exactly. Why would I know who his daughter is? I was talking shit on some chick that was on his panel. I talk shit on everybody on his panel. And for him to act like the fact that Resto and I apologized to him, and that Resto then sent him a $50 super chat to act like that's evidence of us being sleazy is fucking nuts.
That is hilarious. That is really funny. Because, like, what are you supposed to do when you talk trash on somebody online? And then it's like, oh, dude, that's my daughter. And you're like, oh, shit, my bad. Right? What more? You can't do anymore. What you don't deserve anymore. You don't deserve that. If she's over 18 and she's online, she's her own fodder.
And even OTW, when the 50 came in, he said, well, I accepted your apology. You didn't have to send the 50.
Yeah, but then Paul shat all over OTW and Resto.
Oh, he got jealous. He got jealous.
Sheesh. What's happening, Izzy? Well, what's happening is I just left OTW's after shitting down their throats. He tried to get me to commit to coming back on his panel tomorrow, and I refused. In fact, I probably won't be over there for quite a while now because of that shit. Even though the last few times I went over is because he started some new game where people can pay to kick people out the panel, like everybody has. So I went over. the first 2 days he had that up to help the poor little broke ass motherfucker. And he left me backstage the whole time.
Yep. He was waiting for permission from his daddy, is what it
What are
was.
these hearts going on right there?
I'm trying to change the tone of all this a little bit. That's all. I'll stop.
Okay.
We love Dick. Dick is always welcome, of course.
I thought maybe he was coming out of the closet or something.
Bitch, there ain't no closet over here.
So did you go get a painting?
It's right here. I was trying to find a picture of it that I already had with good lighting. I don't have good lighting where it's at. I have it hanging right next to my.
Just get to the money part, all right? Just get the money part done.
Give me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
And thank you to the 2 people who sent me cash apps yesterday after I rage quit.
This kind of bullshit.
I do appreciate it. Hold on, Lee. Make sure I got it right.
That was a pure Benton move. I'll give you credit for that.
It was pure Benton move.
Oh, there's Dusty's on the back of it.
Thank you to Zephyr and to Quantum Epic.
Chloe just showed it.
He did? I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay. It was kind of dark. It's good to see it anyway.
It is dark. I'll tell you, I don't have decent lighting for this painting here. It's done in like fluorescent paints and stuff, but it's a fall day and leaves dropping out of a tree. And if you go look on an abstract look is the name of the channel. His very first upload is him painting this painting.
I'm not going to do it right now.
I don't blame you.
I'm trying to get heart emojis. Christine's getting hearted.
Is she?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I want to heart her as well. It's non-consensual heart emojiing.
And everybody say hello to Christine.
But you know what I mean when I say that it's always better when she squirms.
Or sneezes. Oh, wait, never mind.
Or sneezes.
Radio sex.
Who just came up backstage and dipped?
I saw it. It was the Chad guy with his doing the thinker pose, and I didn't see the name, but I saw it pop up and disappear so quick.
I don't know how to get the hearts into my name.
Like on
yeah, up here.
Oh. Let's see. That's not right.
That's what she said.
Ah.
Yeet. Oh no.
I don't know why it's white.
I think it's there.
This represents my broken heart for Christine not wanting our love.
Oh no.
Sky doesn't want to love either. She's leaving. You're gonna go suck on somebody's teeth. I said that. A minute.
I was looking for something for it.
This is actually gay as fuck. This is the most homosexual thing I've ever seen, and I've seen 2 crackheads do weird shit to each other.
Okay. I mean, me too. But I didn't pay for it.
But why did he stand there and watch? That's what I want to know.
Man, when you're standing around at a trap house waiting on your stuff to show up, there ain't nothing else to look at. You're going to watch the 2 crackheads do whatever it is they're doing over there. Immaterial of what that is.
You're going to film it?
Filming, maybe not, because this isn't a constitutional carry state, but you're definitely going to observe all of those around you.
Well, I might figure out where to send people. I wasn't planning on coming on right now at all. I just had to go take care of OTW and Mitch. Mostly Mitch. Mitch is what, because motherfucker wants to run his mouth.
Yes, he does.
Like I haven't given him money. Or like I didn't put myself on the hook for this shit.
And to say he wasn't begging for money for that hotel.
He always begs. I wish I had a hotel tonight. I'm living in my car. The cops are bothering me. Oh, one of his recent videos, the cops wanted him to see a psych evaluation on him. They want him to take a competency test, right? Indeed.
Hold on. Do you reckon he'd answer those questions honestly?
He shouldn't.
Well, I mean, I don't think those questions are designed to be answered honestly.
You don't? You think that they're that? I think that they're straightforward.
Okay. Well, let's look at it this way. If you are brought in by police and asked to voluntarily involve yourself in a psych evaluation, they're not there to let you go.
Well, there's a difference between a psych eval and a competency, isn't there?
I think so.
So when I took mine, first, ain't it?
When I took mine, I had to. So I had a drug and alcohol evaluation because I was arrested on drug and alcohol charges, and then at sentencing, I was given a complete psych evaluation. But it was never a competent. Huh?
At sentencing, they did it?
Well, I mean, it was part of my sentence.
Damn. They must have thought you was a lunatic.
Well, the woman who gave my drug and alcohol evaluation got on the stand and told the judge I was a psychopath. So it wasn't ever a competency. I mean, they weren't trying to figure out if I was competent to take care of myself, which I passed.
She wasn't even qualified if she was an SUD.
She was not qualified. That's correct. She was not qualified to make that assessment, and the person who was qualified said that I was not one.
The lawyer should have been standing up on the end of his desk on that.
Oh, I didn't give a fuck about that necessarily. I mean, I could have. It was because the sentence, it said, take a complete psych evaluation and follow the instructions of the professional, right? So that was an open-ended sentence. It could have landed anywhere. But when we talk, like, my thing was, I want probation, not prison. Probation, not prison.
Oh, gotcha.
So, I mean, since he got me that, I was happy with it.
What year was that?
2017, end of 2017.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Someone named Void is trying to get a wrench.
Yeah, I was going to say, never trust anyone who identifies as nothing.
Is it Plasma Void?
I don't even care.
Yeah.
I'm not, just question.
I'm not trying to give out more wrenches. Actually, the opposite. I'm trying to thin them down. Because when I first started doing this channel, it was, it was smaller and you didn't really need a lot of modding. It was just sort of like a friendship, right? Like, here, buddy, here's a wrench so that you can drop a link or whatever. But the role seems to continue to evolve a little bit. So broken hearts for flow, indeed.
Yeah, I've been working on it. And I mean, I think your channel's been broken, dude. I don't think you're ever going to get this channel monetized again. I think they have verboten your ass. I think you're under the couch. You're a dust bunny. I hate it. I don't like it. But with the amount of effort you put into this channel and the amount of stuff you've done, you should have, in my opinion, and I'm not an expert, in my opinion, you should be dealing with around 5,000 subscribers. You've put in the time, you've put in the effort, you've done the work. Where's the rewards for that other than the 72 people in chat? They're here. Where's all my subscribers they represent?
All my subs, though, like I went out and got by hand from somebody else's channel. Actually, type a 1 in the chat if you found my channel just through the algorithm, through scrolling YouTube. I bet every single person here saw me somewhere else first.
And that's my point. You are not benefiting from any of the features of YouTube as a YouTuber. Somehow you became what was shadow banned back in the day. Nowadays it's called throttled. But you're choked up, dude, and I don't know
Well,
what to do about it.
he got that. He set his up with that business moniker anyway, didn't you, Flo?
Oh, you mean because this is a brand
Whatever.
channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the guy that set it up in the first place, he still has a channel up with. Hold on, let me look. He doesn't make shit anymore, but his channel is still up, and it's got probably 40,000. So he's not hurting me.
Right. I think you ran afoul of some misinformation bullshit back at the beginning of all this, and since then let's be honest, you don't really toe a line. You were not even considering that there was a line up until you met me, pretty much.
He had already pooped in his Cheerios. Yep.
Yeah, you'd already took a big old shit in your own bowl by then. That's why when I suggested start a new channel for a backup channel, but don't link it to your primary channel.
Mm-hmm.
And then you started a channel as a backup channel and linked them both. And I was like, okay.
Ding, ding.
Well, I went to last week. I went to the library and I set up an entirely new Google account that's like not even with the same IP address.
Ooh, son. We'll just start you up with a few shorts to begin with. Get your feet on the ground.
Yeah, I need to give myself access to it. I could use a VPN.
Yeah,
I don't know. I could probably, but a lot of things don't like VPNs, right? There are some things that will reject you if you're trying to use a VPN with it.
Yep,
that's true. Like you can't. I don't think you can muck with your Cash Apps using a VPN and stuff like that. It really interferes with banking stuff.
I think you're right.
Is Talcott up?
He just started, I think, or getting ready to.
Okay, I'll let him roll into it a little bit.
All right, he's about 4 minutes in.
Oh,
I'm not going to dump my
still
people
playing.
onto it. Well, maybe I'm not going to dump my people onto him until he's dropped the link, because sometimes listening to Jack Talcott do his monologues is mind numbing.
Subscribing to you.
he banned me again yesterday.
He banned you again? He hates you.
Oh yeah. In backstage after the show, I was everything but a white boy.
Chuck is not making that show easy. We went through that whole show. Chuck was just over there in the bushes sniping the whole fucking time. Just just shots.
Now, I wasn't getting personal.
No, but you were shooting shots, and you wasn't the only one. Him and Margot were trading off left, right, and center, bro. There's a couple more. I was like, good God,
that was me holding my tongue.
Where? That's why I'm impressed by it. What up, 00? Welcome in, bud.
I don't think that you hold your tongue. I mean, I think you bait him.
No, I did, because Sasquatch.
Well, he was baiting. Yes, he would ask very pointed questions and make very pointed statements that didn't have any bearing on the conversation at hand, but things of which I'm aware from the past are touchy subjects and tend to trigger him. So I just told him to ignore chat and let the mods handle it, and he did.
Well, for a while there, he was watching because I could see his facial expressions.
Yeah,
changing.
I know, and I could see y'all freaking reacting to those facial expressions, and I was just like, "Dude, stop it! Just don't look at them."
That brow furrowed
up. Whose ass can't you forget? Lauren. Flow State, did you hear or know that people were preemptively striking your channel knowing you were reapplying for monetization? I have not heard anything about that. I don't believe that so all the evidence on my end from the very beginning towards now indicates that nobody did shit, because I keep getting struck on things that either aren't there or were behind or were never public. I know that Snafu keeps trying to take credit for shit because he tries to take credit for everything. He tried to take credit for Mr. Beast and Nick Rekieta.
Well,
Yeah.
oh, give
People
me a
have got
break.
to stop. People have got to pull their head out of their ass and stop acting like that dude has any say at all in anything.
I was
Like-
really disappointed in you today, though,
Why?
because you vowed you'd never be on a panel with him, and there you were side by side.
Yeah,
With
well,
Snafu.
he wasn't there when I went up, and then when he was there, he didn't say shit.
True.
You've got your head up there before. You're just used to the air.
Jack got his first cult follower. Who is that?
Wait.
Mrs. Flo.
Oh,
What?
might be me. I think it's me.
Oh, you're in Jack's camp now? Holy
Well,
shit.
that's what everybody told me was going to happen after I got done with Jack's stream. They were going to like, as soon as he gets done talking to you, it's going to change your life. And I was like, I don't want my life to change. I like it. I'm very comfortable with the way my life is right now, and I don't need any new anything really rocking the boat too much.
Yeah, the thing
I'm
about
not
the way
sure.
Jack wants to change people's lives is he wants to be their life coach, which is explicitly a position of authority, right?
And
So-
it's an oxymoron.
Well, I mean, it's just like just for somebody to say that they want to be your life coach, that in itself is a red flag.
Yeah, no, to say that I want to be a life coach wanders into some strange narcissistic territory. You remember I told you about the public speaker that I met that was living in his car? He was like a motivational speaker. Okay, I delivered windows all over the southeast, and I stopped one day to get lunch at a place, and it was really, really freaking busy. And there's this one dude sitting over here in a corner booth with a cup of coffee, like texting on his freaking phone. And I'm like, you mind if I sit down and eat? He's like, sure. I sit down, and the second I sit down, he goes into his full motivational sign up for my book spiel. I let him do the whole thing. I ate my meal. And when I got done with my meal, I looked at him. I said, you driving the Cadillac out there? Yes, sir, I am. It's a damn fine vehicle. You're sleeping in your car, sir. I don't want advice from someone who sleeps in their car. And I left. I'm sorry. I don't want advice from someone who hasn't succeeded. You're not going to tell me how to succeed if you can't do it yourself. And if you can, you're probably not going to bother to take the time to tell me how.
Yeah. Somebody like Mitch who lives in his car.
Now, Mitch has it figured out. That's totally different.
Mitch has it figured out?
Absolutely. In his own head, everyone else is wrong.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed that. Mitch has it figured out. These are all car living people. Paul's audience is a homeless camp.
He's got a virtual slab city going on.
Yeah. He should change his channel name to Under the Bridge. If you didn't want to pay property tax, there's no way to get around it. If you don't pay property tax, what do you do when you want to take a shower? You got to buy membership at Gold's Gym, at Planet Fitness. Like, they're not paying property tax. Anybody who has any facilities is paying property tax. You're not paying it. You're just paying it through somebody else and acting like you're not paying it. That's what I told Timmy's dumbass when he came over here that one time, trying to act like he doesn't pay any income nor property tax. I know, bitch, you're a leech.
This is the issue I have with most, not all, but most of the sovereign citizen types. And I'm using that as a very broad board to beat people with, but it's the topic that we're going to discuss here. These people seem to believe that they can disconnect themselves from their own personal identity by utilizing their personal identity for personal gain. Things like owning property, buying things, possessing things legally can't be done once you denounce your legal status. Which means every single one of these people is living in somebody else's basement. It might be a wife, it might be a cousin, it might be a sister, an aunt, an uncle.
At least I rent my own basement.
Are you talking about these South tip people?
Yeah.
In general. I mean, and
If
peripherally. Not, like I said not all. I did say not all. There is an individual named he calls himself People. He won't even identify himself with his name. He sleeps on people's couch. He gets rides from people. He has no personal identity and therefore can't be identified. The name is Push on, push now.
The ones that denounce their citizenship, if you look into it, they're eligible for deportation.
To where? You have to have you have to have origin destination.
That part I never figured out.
It's because there's nothing to figure out. You can't be deported. First of all, you don't have to be an American citizen to be protected by the Constitution. You just have to get here. You have
Is
to cross
that true?
Right.
True.
Is that true?
That is true.
Okay. So you're saying all the immigrants and Border Patrol camps, they all have a right to a speedy trial to an attorney?
They're supposed to, but they're not doing it. Instead, they're just writing their names down, the names they tell them, issuing them IDs under those names and sending them out into the population to go assimilate.
Mm-hmm. Because Kamala
it's
Biden
very
enacted
reasons. I'm not naming names on that one. But I lost all faith in Kamala whenever they said something about her not being the border czar. When they tried to run with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was nonsense.
Yeah. Well, it was nonsense to make her the border czar in the first place. But beyond that, whenever you're like, oh, well, that never happened. It never happened because she never went. She never did the fucking job. I mean, they're accurate on the fact that it never happened.
Yep.
I'm not really a fan of anything czar. Like, I just don't like the whole title kind of makes me uncomfortable.
It does. It makes you uncomfortable because these are instated titles. You're a czar is the king of some bullshit, right? And it's obviously bullshit since you're going to use a antiquated freaking moniker like czar. I mean, this is going to be draconian. You can't help it.
Yeah. And just the imagery it draws on. I mean, like, I don't know. Was Obama the first person to have czars?
I think so. No one before. I don't remember hearing the word in relation to our government of czar. That is a weird thing. Yeah, it is old Russian, but I mean, the implication here and the throughput that I get from someone, a Democrat, bringing in the title of czar is a direct throughput to communism. It's a nod in the direction they want to go.
Right. No, yeah, that's where I was taking it with the question. Because there's no more Russian title than that. Even comrade is less Russian.
Oddly enough, you are correct. Comrade. I know, Gary, and I'm not debating the etymology of czar. I'm just saying that an American government figure being titled czar is just an oddity in and of itself.
Bad choice of word. That's for sure.
Yeah, 007, come on up. I kind of both, right? I was sort of. Well, I wasn't even planning on going live right now, so who knows?
OTW got your goat.
I'm making a whole pork shoulder. I went and got one of them $50 jobs, and I had to cut parts off of it to fit it in the crock pot, bro. Like, it's gonna be a minute.
God damn, how big is your crock pot?
First of all, I have a big crock pot, but like I said, my wife's coming home tomorrow, and I'm expecting both of my daughters to show up and beg for money. So they've got kids and more kids and friends.
But I beat them to it. I beat them to it. Hit me up.
Yeah, them shoulders.
Checks in the mail.
No.
Just not to you.
Not to me. Damn.
Yeah, so the check's in the mail. It's just not going to you.
No, I just hit up Chuck when I need money. I'm like, Chuck, I'll send you a painting. I'll send you a painting, Chuck.
And it said it's flow state in a blue dress. Dude, you have got to, you've got to do that thumbnail. You know the one. You should do Paul in the blue dress and then do OTW the next day and then do yourself just to make sure that's the one. That's who popped up.
I should. Yep. Nobleness D, welcome.
Hey, Flo. Thanks.
First time.
Yeah, it was definitely Obama that started the czar bit. That was my
that's what I was thinking.
That was a little weird, you know.
Everything about Obama creeped me out because primarily is because during his campaign, first of all, he was a one-term senator, so he wasn't really qualified. But also, and nobody else seemed to notice his ability to say a lot of words with zero content.
Word salad extraordinaire,
He could
bro.
not distill information out of his words.
Well, he was a communist, though, as it turns out.
I can think of somebody that was just running. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
A lot like Kamala. Says absolutely nothing, but on the next level.
I mean, I don't know. I know that Chuck is a Trump boy. I'm not a Trump fan either. Trump does have more content to his words, but not a lot more. And
there's a lot of things he says he's going to do that are like actual something.
Yeah, he does say he's going to do things.
What bothers me about this dichotomy is you have the left over here trying to tell you what Trump's thinking and what he's going to do. And the right over here trying to tell you if you just shut up and read his tweets, he'll tell you exactly what he's planning. There's no deception on that level. He just doesn't have that capability, and I love it. Comedy is gold for the next 4 years.
But yeah, but he has the opposite. Like Obama would say a lot of things that meant nothing and then do things. Trump says he's going to do things and then doesn't deliver, which is good. I don't want him to deliver on a lot of things.
Boring government. Yes.
His first term, they did tie him up quite a bit, and he didn't have any experience in the office. So we'll see.
But nobody has, all right? Like that's part of the thing about presidency. If you consider what that job is supposed to be, and then you consider that somebody gets, like, how long does it take you to learn a job?
At least, at any level, a year. Yeah.
So I don't know that I believe that any of these presidents really run anything. I think especially if you look, I'm subscribed to the White House YouTube channel. And they have speeches every single day. So you got to travel, you got to make speeches. That's a full-time job. Yeah. You have no point to learn how to run a country.
Which
I think the whole thing. I mean,
this round of Trump could be interesting.
Yes. Now that he knows the ins and outs. I agree with you.
I think that he's gonna not do anything. I think the whole thing is fake, but you all know that. I think.
Yeah, I know your view. I used to be in your shoes there. Like,
I think he's going to change the flavor of Kool-Aid.
A little bit my view.
Hold on. What's changed your mind about? You have an interesting position. Then, if you used to believe like I do and now you don't, something must have drawn you out of that position.
Yeah, the world's a little more complicated than I thought. And I would say along the general theme that the world of the evil network is not all get along gang. It's a dog-eat-dog world. It is pyramidal.
Yeah.
So on the same level, it's a dog-eat-dog world, but levels from above can come down and force their will, right? Which is essentially what I think Trump is. I think Trump is essentially a Zionist-backed power. Now that doesn't mean he might just have been handed a ticket, so to speak. So he might actually be like legit. Here you go. You can try to save your country, and you can do your thing. Right? Here's your chance. And so, is he controlled by them? Not directly, but yes, because they have so much power. And I say the Zionists. I'm referring to like London-based fucking Kabbalist, or not Kabbalist, or whatever, Kabbalah. The shit, like, it's not Jewish, right? You got to understand these people that's from 13th century mysticism are not Jewish. They just say they stand for the Jews, and the Jews get screwed as always, right? They did create the state of Israel. They planned it prior to the fucking war, right? But it's not Jewish people. And sadly, the internet is just so simple that it's going to turn against Jews again, or something. It's looking like. It's very sad.
I mean, Trump bailed out. He went bankrupt and he was bailed out by the Rothschilds. J.D. Vance all of his funding has come from Israel. They are owned by Israel. They're although what's her name said, "Oh no, we're not. We have no connection to Israel anymore. Severed all ties." That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. Because J.D. Vance, all of his money for his campaign came from Israel.
I don't know where any of it came from, but like it seems to me like both, like all politicians are run. Corporate entities and super PACs fund both sides. Well, maybe not super PACs, but like the same donors, the same big donors are funding both candidates, so they win either way. Right.
To kind of continue on there of my view, the other side, which was essentially two get along gang arms of evil within America. So they became sort of American based, but they're European realistically, right? It's European arms, occult arms. But they were basically tossing the ball back and forth for a long time to go where? They're the left, right foot, right? And where are they going? To me, I think, and I just sort of thought of this, it's current or more recent theory. The far future is of world orders, a 1 or 2 or whatever. It's world powers, right? And at the top of that conversation is China. Clearly, if you go into the future, well, there's currently America, then there's China. So what is the plans for America? I think the groups that we're in were going to be good little bitches. They were going to sink America to its fucking knees, right? Like good little evil bitches, right? Which never end up in a good. They always get screwed in the end. We all know that. But
Good
was
little
going to
OPW.
Sink America to its knees, totally just devastated, because America is a danger. It has to be put down. And as far as looking at it from an evil standpoint, right? So they were going to bring America to its knees economically, all the powers, you're going to flood people in, destroy the laws, destroy the currency, just bring it to shit. They wanted to play God, be the little rulers of it, and I guess hope. So therefore now China or whoever doesn't have to blow it up or invade it, right? We'll be good little bitches in your social one world order or two world order, whatever it's going to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they were going for, which was a bend fucking over and please don't fuck me. That's what that is. It's retarded. So what America actually voted for was to stand up and fight on a sort of spiritual level, right?
Obama really started this bend over approach.
I'll be honest. I reckon with Trump coming in, what Trump's going to do is negotiate his way into BRICS, because that's where the future is BRICS.
I think Trump's going to try to pull Russia. So that Russia is another little factor. Is like, okay, well, whoever they go with is going to be a nice advantage given the land, the resources. And I think Trump is trying to cozy up with the Russians. Be like, yeah, you're one of us, man. You don't need to be, joining them.
I think Melania's got her bloodline goes back.
She's Slavic, isn't she?
I think she's connected to the Romanovs. Personally, but that's just I've got absolutely no backup of that at all. But I think she is a.
Who do you think she's connected to?
The Romanovs.
Who are they?
That was the Tsar, the last Tsar that was murdered and started World War One. Russian. Their entire family was, but the Rothschild in the 1800s when they were fighting against Napoleon, the Rothschilds approached Russia, approached Romanov, what's his name, Romanov, to come in on what they were doing. Romanov smelled a rat and said he didn't want to do it. The Rothschilds swore a blood oath to wipe them off the face of the earth, the entire family. And then the World War II happened, when World War III, World War One, then World War II. And World War II, they've made everybody think it was all about the Nazis, and everybody's completely blind to the fact it was all about this communist, which was small hats. The Bolshevik movement was started by small hats. They're behind all the communism. So it all goes back to Israel.
But it isn't Israel. No, it may go back to the Zionists, European Zionists. It doesn't go back to Israel.
I think by default it kind of does, because those Zionists come from the Sabbatean Frankist movement, which originated. That was Shabtai Zvi.
Hold on. Nobleness D, you have been bought off for 5 minutes. So at 56, you can come back up. Thank you to whoever donated. I'm going to keep you anonymous. until I know otherwise.
That was a bit.
I
What
need
was that
every bit of
about?
money you can bring me. Pay me. All the money, all the banking, all the jobs, all the material things. I love spending money. And all these people here know I love spending all that money.
That's a bit harsh. He didn't even say it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm lost
that
on
I don't
that
make
one.
the rules. I just abide by them.
Nobleness. Have you got a hater out there? Have you got someone who's
Wow, that was fast.
I mean, obviously, I'm happy that Flo's.
If anybody would like to save him from the dungeon, you can buy back. It's $5. It's $1 a minute. Or you
I can
can
talk with a really annoying voice for the next 10 minutes and somebody can buy me off.
But yeah.
What you were saying about Obama, right? Going back to Obama. Everybody said, "Oh, he's such a fantastic orator, and he's so good at speaking." The guy could only fucking speak because he had a teleprompter in front of him, and he is using the effect or using the technique when he's talking, only delivering 3 to 4 words at a time, never more than 4 words. Everything coming in nice little 4 words.
But hold on, before we move on too far from Russia, what I wanted to kind of point out is that Russia's a big country and it's got a lot of resources, but it's fairly locked as far as shipping goes. That's the significance of Ukraine, is it the Black Sea, right?
Yeah.
Aside from that, you've got this coast, but access to the sea, like look at Europe. Europe has more coastline than anything. That's how it conquered the world. That's how the UK became that little ass island country became the empire the sun never set on. And that's also what hurts Africa. Africa, even though it's a huge country or continent with a lot of resources, has very little navigable waterways. It's got the Nile. That's it.
Yeah, everything else is land.
The U.S. has pretty good waterways, not as much as Europe, but you can see that access to waterways is fairly critical for expansion, it seems.
I think we've been fed such a load of bullshit about the East, about China and Russia. I don't think everything that we've heard has been propaganda. So
I mean, everything we hear is propaganda.
Yeah.
And what I tell people is to pay attention to all the places where you get information for free, right? Think about schools, think about news outlets, CNN playing in airports and shit. There's massive industries underlying the information networks, right? And they give it all to us for free. So what are they really doing? Because they're not giving it to us out of altruism. What are they getting out of this much effort to provide us with information?
Yeah, it's we're doing the Sunglasses Club, are we? It's like
What
the
time did you say he was due back?
At 56. He's got 2 minutes.
Mine says 57. That's why I asked.
it is 57 on mine as well.
I mean, so my clock's a little off. So he's at 56 on my clock, which is off a little bit. And somebody else got sniped anonymously. Richie, 10 minutes.
Holy, the guns are blazing.
All right, so this is on my clock at 4:57 for Richie, and 1 more minute for. Wait a second. Nope. Oh, it's another 5. Okay, so it's. What time is it? I'm sorry, it's not 57. Okay, so it's 02. Okay, so 02 Richie. And that's the first time you've ever been dumped. And 5 more minutes went on to D's 01D.
01D.
Yeah, so that's the times that they're eligible to come back up at. Unless anybody would like to save them. Apparently, that's the first time Richie's ever got shot down. Time math is hard. Shut up. Chuck, how does it feel to know that you've probably got? Of course, people can pay to drop me. I'm twice as much as other people's. I'm $2 a minute, not $1 a minute. But
Interesting. I'm perplexed for being a banker, your lack of math skills.
well, I'm not a banker anymore.
Though time and money is two different things.
Time and money are two different things.
But you
Especially since I was looking at two different clocks because my computer clock is off.
Whoa, Lauren, a fight for me? Wow.
But the oh yeah, Lauren's fighting for you. But the so the times though, because I put backstage the times that each of them were allowed to come back up. That's according to my clock, which is off. So it's mostly just my memory. Richie looks so sad backstage.
He's got to be devastated.
What up, Hornet? You don't blame the clock. I will blame the clock. She doesn't love you enough to pay for you to be revived, though. Always remember that. She said she'd fight for Chuck, but she ain't gonna fight for Richie.
Ooh. Poor Richie.
Oh, Richie's restreaming now too. Well, hopefully Mitch doesn't. Oh, you know what? That reminded me. Well, we're here. The freak said that Mitch admitted to preemptively striking me. That little cunt.
What?
That's what the freak said.
Are you serious? My God, what is wrong with these people?
Mitch is an angry ankle biter because he lives in a car. You know what? The last time I heard Mitch bitching about me, not today, but the last time he was bitching about the girls that he has aren't even that hot, right? So that's just pure jealousy. Right.
And you guys even touched tips and he turned on you. Damn.
We've touched tips. We had dinner together. I sent him money. Was
it ribeye? Did you feed him ribeye?
No, we got barbecue. All right, I think I've got something in PayPal. Let me get logged in. PayPal is always a bitch.
Somebody said check PayPal.
I'm doing that right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lauren, I call it little man syndrome, is what I call it.
All right, Nobleness D is back, and you have 7. How many minutes do you have? You got 7 minutes credit.
Oh wow! Takes a lot of money to fight these Zionists, I tell you.
It does. Plumpy. God bless. Keep it milky out there. All right, I appreciate you, Plumpy. And another anonymous. Bye, Chuck. Chuck at 05. Chuck at 05. D's got 7 minutes credit, and Rich is back in 2 minutes. Right on. So, where were we?
Oh, you know, pretty much America's fucked. No, I'm joking.
America's not fucked. The thing that stands out to me is that
I was very relieved when Trump won, and not because I'm all pro Trump, but because it was, to me, it was, we dodged a bullet. We dodged a bullet, but we're not sure, you know, is there another bullet coming where we move to? Who knows? We'll wait and see. But at the moment, we dodged a pretty big bullet because, and as Elon was pointing out, if they won, the red side's not getting back in. like probably ever. Because
who won?
The Dems or the left, because they started pumping people into the swing states. It would never go red again, and they could control the narrative more and more, like implement more and more control, and probably would have never got the red side back again. But now that the red side won, depending if Trump does to the extent that, you know, many would like him to, it ain't going blue again for a long time. I don't think, unless they do something extreme and then there's something to vote against. But if they keep their cool, it's going to be red for a long time.
When you watched the last election, for instance, I got the distinct impression that we were supposed to not like Kamala for a couple reasons.
Kidding.
Right?
Sorry.
Well, I mean, but really, welcome back. Why would you set it up that way if you weren't supposed to dislike the bad guy, right? Kamala never talked about herself. She always referenced Trump, right? She was basically just a Trump referencing board. She talked about Trump. She also, Joe Biden said a week before the election, Joe Biden said the garbage comment. Kamala did not deny the garbage comment. And that seemed like exactly the same play that with the deplorables that Hillary did the last election. Why would you trip into the same hole if you didn't want to be in that hole? Sasquatch, I see you. Your camera's on. I'm just you do and come and go at your own.
Are you murdering Chuck for a reason?
I didn't murder Chuck. Chuck got bought off.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm sorry, I was hunting the wild ham sandwich.
Oh, that sounds good.
Hot ham and cheese, bro. A little bit of pepper and some, yeah.
You're right about Kamala, though. I became convinced, like, either she doesn't want to win at all, and she just refuses to answer a question at all, even if anything, or someone literally told her, do not answer one question. It's that bad, right?
Honestly, I think that it was a complete fucking psyop. Trump was always going to come back. They bring Trump back with Kamala. She knew she was never going to win the fucking vote, and it was a grift. They spent $1.5 billion in 90 days, and they're 20 million in debt.
I would tend to agree with you, but keep in mind, like, I would agree with you on the upper levels of the pyramid, let's say, of the structure of power of evil. But on the lower powers, they are really fighting and really
they really believe what they're doing.
That Trump is taking over because he is, or his arm is. So in 2016 when he won, that was legit. They freaked out, man. All of them, the media, all of the motherfuckers.
Is there anything you like about Trump's picks?
Would be entertaining.
I like Matt Gaetz.
I'm not naming a particular person, but the accrued age of the entire list of cabinetry has less age than any two senators.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're young. JD Vance is young. Matt Gaetz is young. Is it Rubio? Marco Rubio? Everyone's got up in arms about.
Bobby, there's RFK. He's kind of an old fogey, but at the same time, he tests well in Gen X, man.
But Rubio is the only really sort of.
I don't know why anybody would want a legacy family, right? Like, do we want these dynastic families? Isn't that opposed to what the U.S. is supposed to be?
I hear what you're saying, but as far as RFK is concerned, he came with his own batch of like pre-wrapped voters. Like, no preparation was needed. Am I going to get a cabinet position? Yes, vote for this guy, and it was done.
And I like what his plans are. He's all against geoengineering. He wants to sort out the.
He says that, but he had a V requirement to get into one of his own parties.
Fuck, I didn't know that. I was going to say, maybe he didn't have any. Maybe he didn't have any choice in that. Maybe that wasn't him.
Good, thank you.
Maybe that wasn't him. Maybe that was just there were a lot of other people there that insisted on it, and he was just, I don't know. It's a bit of.
I mean, if you're that easy to push off of your own square, you don't have a square. OTW.
Yeah.
But you can't make decisions about things until you know about the things, but people do all the time.
I kind of like Telsey. Like, maybe she's legit.
Tulsi Gabbard, man. She's quite cute.
Yeah, she's nice looking.
She's got that Vera Adams Family thing going on.
Dude, that is such a dommy mommy situation for me. I don't even trust myself at all. Like, that bitch is hot.
She is hot, mate. And she's a veteran as well.
All right. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. She's got the strut to go with it. Like, close your eyes and imagine her in an all black latex suit, something like Catwoman.
Hey, just in a standard uniform, she'd look good.
I'd be fine with that.
I am also very fine with that, or without would be even better.
I don't even like latex. Doesn't even do anything for me, but I'd still be like, that's still not a terrible image.
Yeah, Catwoman, right? Catwoman.
That's what I was aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, latex is.
I don't get it. Maybe it's because I've never worn a latex outfit nor had sex with somebody in latex, but it just.
If it's good,
shaved,
so you can still see the nipples, then that's all right.
You know what? Maybe I just need to dive down this rabbit hole a little bit more for myself.
It
just looks like rubber.
Stuff. AI, Tulsi Gabbard. You'll thank me later.
I can't do that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Chuck's giggling. He's like,
you don't have to. It's already been done, sir.
Yeah, it's already been done. You can probably have Trump and Tulsi Gabbard. Trump, Tulsi Gabbard, and Tulsi Gabbard and JFK in a mad threesome.
You know, at least one of these salty Democrats has Trump grabbing Tulsi Gabbard by the kitty. You know that's out there. I'm not even going to ball there.
Grab her like a bowling ball.
Right? If you can't get three fingers in, it's not a blonde.
Did you guys know who Biden's top advisor is?
It's Hunter.
No. It's that same John Podesta.
Oh, fuck.
Swamp creature.
Same as Hillary?
Yep. That's his top advisor.
That's Trump's top advisor?
No. Biden.
Oh. I think they're all playing roles. Politics has gotten more and more like wrestling, right?
It's funny you say that, right? Because that's the first thing that Nir said when Trump got shot, when the assassination attempt, and he put his fist up in the air, fight. First thing Nir said was, battle of the billionaires. This is a wrestling match. This is bullshit. It's just he said exactly that. It's turned into a wrestling match.
Mm-hmm. And
what do you think that bullet was? Real situation or completely staged?
I think
it's real.
Honestly, I think that the people that lost, the person that lost his life, and the people that were injured, I think they were really shot. I think I think that the Trump's was a squib. That wasn't real. They shot a couple of people to make it more real. It would only apparently it shot right through his fucking ear and blasted through the cartilage.
No, it nicked the skin. It didn't go through his ear.
Oh, I saw. They showed a. It was AI enhanced or something, but they said and cartilage doesn't grow back. If there was any substantial, if there was whatever was taken, wouldn't grow back. So he should have a scar there or something. If it was,
he went immediately to the plastic surgeon, though.
Yeah, but you still can't. If they're gonna replace cartilage,
how fast do you think they can put a chunk of ear back?
They can't replace it. They can't do that. They had to grow ears on the backs of mice or something. They said they were growing ears on the backs of mice, and that turned out to be bullshit. They were just putting these plastic molds underneath the mice's skin because they can't do it. They can't replace cartilage.
One of the pieces of information that made me think it was a real bullet scenario, and maybe this doesn't prove if Trump got hit or nicked or not, but there's two girls sitting behind him. In certain views, they're a little lower, dark-haired. You can see their eyes and head move before Trump moves. They seen the bullet go by. So there definitely was some real
I
bullets.
saw the flash.
What?
You can't see a bullet move.
No, you
They
can see
saw
the
the
you can see
flash.
the air disturbance. It causes
Yeah.
condensation.
Real.
Right, but their reaction speed to that in the situation, them being able to see that, just I think that was probably just a coincidence that they looked at that time or something. There's no way they would have seen that. No
The same.
way.
Well, maybe they see in a piece of the bit of blood shit splatter. I don't know, but you
They
can
might,
see
yeah, they might.
just a split moment before Trump moved. You see
yards
them
away,
jerk and their
bro.
eyes go a little. They seen it.
Homie was close enough to see with the naked eyeball. It wasn't like he was like 1,000 yards or anything. He was right over there, dude. You could have driven a line drive to him, no problem.
You mean how hard the shot was?
I'm talking about whether he was visible. When he popped up over the edge of that building, he became visible. Anybody in that crowd could have seen him.
He was visible. They could see him lining up the fucking shot. They saw him lining up the shot. The snipers saw him lining up
The snipers saw what they saw, but I'm talking about the folks in the crowd. A few of them did respond a few minutes, like 10, 15 seconds before shots started going.
Dude, 10, 15 minutes before shots started going, there were people calling it out. People saying there's somebody up on the top of the roof, there's somebody up there, somebody up there. I've seen loads of videos of people shouting out, saying, run up to police, saying there's somebody on the fucking roof, he's got a gun. They showed footage of it. So somebody's camera phone had filmed him, and they were screaming at the police, and they filmed him. They saw him stand up, get up, and walk up to the top of the roof with his gun, and then lay down. And that was at least 5 minutes before the shooting started. There's no way that the Trump team didn't know what was going on.
When I was in college and Obama was campaigning, he came to my school and did a speech. And at that point, we lived in a house off campus. But they had that shit so locked down for a candidate that they told us the day before, if you need your car out of your driveway, you better park it outside of this radius. There's no part of me that believes that he could have gotten to that position without being allowed to.
They lock down a square mile or something. Normally, they lock down where they go in 3 months before and they go and check it all out, and then they go in the week before, whatever. They do more than one visit to the site. They analyzed it all on Redacted. Do you ever watch that?
Is it good?
It's worth watching. Clayton Morris is a bit of a prick. Natalie, his wife, is she's cute, actually. She's cute as fuck. But they're ex Fox. Clayton is ex Fox and his wife is ex MSNBC, and they both turned their backs on mainstream media, and they are controlled. They've got over 2 million subs now, so they're definitely being controlled and funded by someone. But they still talk about everything that the mainstream will not talk about. Like, they have to be careful. They get censored and that on YouTube, obviously, but they go to Rumble now and talk about stuff that they can't talk about on YouTube. So they are, they're controlled opposition to the deep state, but they help confirm stuff.
No, I haven't seen it though.
If I was to go along with your line of thinking that the entire thing is a setup, then that would mean, what's the case with the kid? Did he not have real bullets?
No, that's what I'm saying. That there needed to be live rounds. There needed to be injuries. Members of the public.
Yeah, but what was the kid thinking or doing? Why didn't the kid shoot him by accident then? Like the kid, either the kid was in on it or the kid didn't have real bullets.
Right. So I think the kid was told, just go and do this, and then and we're going to arrest you, but you're going to be a hero.
100%.
A hero to a lot of people. So, there were eyewitness reports that saw him get shot, and they said he was shot before that shot went off. He was shot before he'd even fired around. He was shot, but and then like immediately afterwards.
I thought there was shell casings and everything from him. Like he did take some shots. I mean, that's not 100%.
They can plant shell cases.
Yeah.
They can plant everything.
I think similar. I think basically he was set up. Similar idea. He didn't think he was going to die. Poor kid, in a way, right? He was going to be the hero to save America, so he thought, right? But I think he had real bullets. Like he was being set up to shoot at Trump. Although they're not relying on that guy to kill Trump. All they needed the little punk to do, go up on the roof, point the gun, and pull the trigger. And the motherfucker came in and ran around with a little scope, acting like an idiot. The fucking Secret Service is face palming the whole time, like, you moron. Just go up on the roof, point, and pull. That's all you got to do. They had other snipers to finish the job, right, to do it properly. And, of course, take him out. He was a patsy, right? And what really happened? They all missed. Why would a pro sniper miss? Because I think there's spiritual things going on, and a bigger, stronger, more powerful entity came in and changed the circumstance so Trump didn't actually die. It was a spiritual battle, and the demons were dancing. I guarantee you it was a fucked up day that day. But anyway, that's my view.
I believe in dark.
Hold on. Let me try this.
Was this for Lauren?
So you heard it here first, folks. Trump was saved by the power of God.
Amen, brother.
No, he was saved by a bigger, stronger demon.
He said it in a speech, didn't he? A couple of days ago, he said it, but in a speech, he said, I think I was saved by God. I think God saved me to save America.
Well, let me tell you something there, Richie. When I had a bullet whiz by me on one particularly dark and lonely night that I'd rather not remember, I thank God for that bullet missing too.
Yeah, and when I got shot at, it didn't hit me either. So God, they did hit my tire though. So I don't know why he didn't just protect me all the way.
I've survived 4 really serious fucking accidents and attacks. Nearly lost my life 4 times, and that was God. That was fucking.
Oh yeah. The title and thumbnail is not about anybody on panel here. It was about who I was talking to earlier when I started the stream.
Oh yeah, we all look like snakes now.
Yeah, you do.
Wonderful.
Actually, hold on. Now you all look like snakes.
I was born in the year of the snake, so that's cool with me. It's the year of the snake next year.
I was born in the year of the tiger.
Wow.
Which is cool. And the element was metal. I'm a metal tiger. Which is a pretty badass combination in the scheme of things you could get. I'm not like a metal rabbit or a wood duck or whatever.
I'd be happy with that metal tiger. I'm a fire snake.
Snakes are cool too.
I prefer
dragon is obviously badass.
Dragon's this year. That's the year of the dragon this year, yeah. And the year of the snake is next year, so it's my year next year. Everything's going to go right next year.
And God did not protect Izzy. God protected me. God protected Sasquatch. God didn't protect my car.
Shot, Izzy?
Izzy got shot in the stomach.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell. So you're quite hardcore then?
She is quite hardcore.
She's even more attractive now. You're married, aren't you?
Husbands are just goalies. Doesn't mean you can't sneak a ball by.
Nah, I can't do it, man.
Sir, you definitely can. You're just not going to because you're a puss.
Because it goes against my principles, man.
I hear the words that are coming out of your mouth, but all I'm hearing is no, it's not your responsibility to keep that woman out of your bed. That's her husband's responsibility, sir. You are taking too much on yourself.
That's her responsibility not to entice me into her bed. But
no. Bring her to your bed, sir, and she does not entice you.
I believe in
take control. Be a leader.
Loopholes that Sasquatch has made for himself. It's fantastic. The ability to rationalize, I'm pretty good at it, but at some point I just go, fuck it. I'm going to do the wrong thing because I want to. Sasquatch can rationalize his way.
Well, to be honest, I start with the fucking I'm going to do the wrong thing because I want to, and then I just think about it for a minute. I'm able to rationalize it after the fact.
She agrees with Sasquatch.
I'm just saying, if this woman's willing to walk by my wife and kids to come to my bedroom to scrump, is that my problem?
Could be.
I mean, just the
Depends
fact
on who
that
the
it's going on with your wife and kids in the house at the same time is in itself is a.
My children are twitty, bro. Like I'm not talking about some freaking infants.
No, I know that, but there's not many wives that are cool.
Yeah, I have a rare one. It's true. That's facts. I love my wife.
It's like an open relationship, man. It's rare for it to be, to last. And
so you're sticking to your principles thing.
All
right, I will readmit in public, my wife's been gone for a week, and I might be a little bit on the testy side.
Pause. You served that one up for me, didn't you?
Well, you know a good spike when you see one.
Bless it.
I miss where is she? Have you spoke to her?
I don't know. She's ignoring me. She
haven't
hasn't blocked me. She's not blocking me. She's just ignoring the shit out of me.
Or is she not got you on her phone? Like, because she lost her phone, didn't she?
Well, I don't know which. I know that she's been ignoring me on Facebook.
Oh, right. I'm not on Facebook. So.
Sasquatch, where is she? Why is she ignoring her boy?
Last I heard, she had to hunt down the representatives of the Park Service to question them about something to do with water. I don't know exactly. I couldn't follow it.
So that might explain some things.
Or not.
Somewhere to live. Was her place damaged at all?
No, she's fine.
Right.
Yes, but fine.
Well, she stayed pissed.
Well, yeah, she's fine.
Is she doing anything on YouTube with her channel?
Not much, nothing that I'm aware of. I haven't seen nothing. Nothing.
Barbie, why are you leaving Sasquatch in such an awkward position where he clearly has information, but he's clearly not trying to talk about your private business?
I'm fine.
She's just, no, you're not. She's leaving you hanging out there like that.
Bless it.
I wouldn't concern yourself too much. I get the friendly reach around. It's fine.
Hey, Flo, earlier you were looking at Russia and talking about the shipping means or channels.
Yeah.
Edgar, you know who Edgar Casey is? The sleeping prophet guy? He mentioned that.
I don't know who that is, but go.
No, you should look him up. He's from, I think, like the 30s, maybe. It was around that decade. So it wasn't extremely long ago. He's American. But he healed a bunch of people. Like he does this thing where he doesn't fall asleep. He's sort of in a half sleep, and then he can relay information. And he's given a lot of information, but some of it future prediction.
Quite a big name for himself, and he was into Neville Goddard and stuff, wasn't he? Or Neville Goddard was into it, like.
Yeah, one of his predictions is World War III would be preceded by a dispute in a channel. I think it's called the Johnson Strait, but it's between Greenland and Canada. And
not
what
like
it is now that they... Pardon?
Not in a channel, not a YouTube channel, though. Never mind. It was a dumb joke. Go on.
Anyway, yeah, I'm keeping my eyes open for that. You know, as the Arctic opens up, there is more shipping options or possibilities for both China and Russia, and everyone for that matter.
Well, wasn't there already a dispute in the channel where the ship, the cargo ship, drew a big penis and then crashed sideways?
That's a canal, bro.
Oh, right.
That was the Panama Canal, wasn't it? Last year.
No.
It was Suez.
Suez, yeah. With the
Evergreen blocked the Suez Canal for a very critical few days.
And
That's what I'm talking about.
Evergreen is CIA's code name for Hillary Clinton. And did you know that Bush owns all the water rights? The Bush family own all the water rights up that way.
I just don't know if I believe that. Either of those things. How are you going to have the whole public know the code name?
Yeah.
I don't know about that part, but as far as the Bush's involvement in Arabia, that it was great granddaddy Bush who placed Al-Amini Hussein in control of Saudi Arabia in the first place.
Oh no, this is me getting confused again because I'm thinking of the Panama Canal, and that's where they own the top of Brazil, South America.
Yeah,
underneath Guatemala and all that, they own all the water rights up there now. There's a huge well under reservoir, whatever, artisan well, whatever it is, whatever it's called, under the under the land up there.
There was talk or plans about digging a second one down there, and I think that may have to do with it because there's some big lakes and rivers that would be involved. It's a long stretch, and I believe it's used in a different country. It seems crazy, but they're talking about it.
I just think the fact that any of us are accepting the fact that these fucking pricks think they own the fucking water under the ground.
I think they do own the water, don't they?
No, they don't own shit. They're just, everybody thinks they own it because they say they own it, and we've got the paperwork for it. You can't get in,
I think that the correct thing would be that you think they don't, but they do.
No, the legal system says the legality that they've created around ownership and all of that crap, that says that they own it. Yeah. In the eyes of the law,
allow me for a moment. Right? Flow State, this is one of those positions me and Double O come to a stalemate on, where he stands fast on his opinion and I just stare at the rest of the legal world and shrug at him because I don't know what to say.
Oh no, I'm not saying that there's anything that can be done about it. It's like, it's just the fucking way it is at the moment. We've got to deal with it. But I'm saying that
you're rejecting that they could have that it's even possible to own. Nevertheless,
for anyone, like, it belongs to the people that live under that land. It doesn't belong to them. They don't own it. They don't because they've signed a bit of fucking paper. Now they own that.
Yeah, and it's enforceable.
Yeah, because they've got the might to enforce it.
Right.
So essentially, they do own it. You just don't like it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, no,
I don't like it either. I don't like it either, for the record.
I'm talking about. It's not, what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's not theoretically. It's not philosophically. Morally, I guess. Morally, it's incorrect. It's wrong for us to be in a situation that we're in, where individuals and corporations, Nestle, think that they own the rights to all water on Earth, and that we don't have a right to water. We don't have a God-given born right to natural water. That's the chairman of Nestle thinks that.
Well,
we should all pay for it. We should all have to pay for every drop of water that we get. And he wants to be the one that owns it and sells it to us.
I don't know that I agree with your morals.
I saw this one movie one time. It was just like this. Only they were trying to buy all the air. Spaceballs. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
But the difference between air and water is that air is everywhere for free. Water has to be brought to you. It's not everywhere.
It doesn't stay in one spot either, so it's pretty fucky.
Right. Neither of them do.
No.
So the claim that I should have the water should be owned by the people. Okay. Which people gets right to it? Because the people upstream, do the people downstream have a right to the water?
Everybody that lives on that land. Everybody that lives on that.
But think about how a river. Think about the Nile. Okay, so do the people in Egypt have the right to all the Nile water?
No, they have the right to the Nile water that's there in front of them.
Okay, so then if they use all the water before it can go downstream, then the people out downstream are just shit out of luck. This is exactly the squabble that's going on with like Nevada right now and California.
I hear you, but it's a bad example. Egypt is the Nile Delta. It doesn't go downstream anywhere.
Yeah, it
Okay, well,
goes,
shut up.
goes north,
It's
doesn't
the
it?
only country. God damn it! I know that Sasquatch.
It travels north as well, doesn't it?
Yes, it travels north.
Which is
No, wait. No, it travels south. Wait, you know it travels north.
It travels north, bro.
North.
North.
Okay.
which
Should
is really
Colorado have the right to
unusual.
China's delta there.
Because this is exactly the issue that's going on in the southwestern states right now, because they all want access to the runoff from Colorado. And California and Nevada are squabbling over it.
Which California shouldn't even have a toe in that freaking fight, honestly.
But if it's Colorado's water, hypothetically, and I don't know how all this stuff plays out specifically, but just hypothetically, if it's Colorado's water and they decide to divert it to California instead of letting Nevada have any, who has a right to that? Then Nevada doesn't have a right to any of it.
I really don't like this conversation. It makes me feel sad.
Well, Richie should feel sad because his morals don't make sense.
My morals don't make sense that everybody's got a right to water.
No, that's not the problem. It's that woman that you're not inviting over currently. That's the problem.
Nice deflection.
Hey? Oh, fucking hell. I wish there was a woman that I could invite over.
Well, you haven't invited Izzy, have you?
No, Izzy's spoken for, man. Izzy wouldn't.
That's what Sasquatch is trying to
There
deflect
we're
on.
back to our circularity again. Your morals make no sense, sir.
There's a fucking Atlantic Ocean in the way of that one. No, listen. I've got a love interest. She lives in Spain. I'm not.
There's an ocean in front of that one too, right?
Less of the ocean. It's a little closer.
It's a little closer. She's got 4 children, and but one day maybe. Otherwise, I'm happy being single. Women are too complicated, mate. Too much.
They're
baggage.
not that complicated.
They got too much baggage. Once you get to 47, the women that you meet, I've got too much fucking baggage.
I keep forgetting how old you are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because I shaved my beard off.
Oh yeah, you don't have all that white. Yeah, the longer I let my beard grow, the older I look because like all the gray starts taking over.
Embrace it, dude. It's distinguished.
I might have to start acting distinguished.
Hey, Crystal.
Katie's just said good luck.
Hey,
and TW as well.
Word wizard, El Perro, with his legitimate like facial hair coming in, he's starting to look respectable, and it's really messing with my ability to troll him for some reason. Like, I kind of want to take him seriously, and I just can't fucking do it, man. I know better.
I was quite impressed that he kept that little mustache going for as long as he did. That was crazy. But he looks like what's his name's bloody younger brother or something. What's his name? Not Ted Bundy. Charles Manson. Charles Manson's younger brother.
How rude. My dad looked just like Charles Manson.
You know what, right? I've watched all the interviews with Charles Manson. I swear to God, if I'd been around there at that time, I would have been mates with him. I would have been in a band with him or something.
I could see you in the family. Charles Manson was a patsy.
I think Charles Manson got laid on the altar of the correctional system because of the message he was teaching at the time, which was all about the race war and helter skelter and all that stuff that later developed in the book that was written. But at the time, he was already trying to make the analogy that the Black Panthers would become a legitimate political party, that they would carry the firearms nature of the U.S. to its logical conclusion, and there would eventually be some sort of an ethno-state that was carved out of the heart of the U.S.
Harmon says that, Harmon was a prison guard where he was at, and Harmon says that he was very concerned about the rainforest getting cut down, and he also would say, don't forget, they still won a race war.
Well, yeah, that was essentially the foundation upon which he built what would later be called the family. was the idea of a race war, which is kind of odd.
Was it? Look
I
at
mean,
2020.
I hear you, but he was. I think he got a hold to some of that MK Ultra shit, and he saw some of the plans, but misjudged the time frame by an order of magnitude.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Because everything he says really does ring quite true, but I refuse to live in a fucking world where Charlie Manson was fucking right.
Good luck with that. Good luck denying reality.
And if this has to be one of those lead by example situations, then bitch, sign me up.
All right. We are going. Do you guys have anything you want to shill?
Bye, bitches.
No, I'm good.
All right, D, do you have a channel?
No, I'm fine. I'm from Mandela Effect people, so it's a little beyond most
Oh,
people.
nice one. Mandela effect.
You probably shouldn't be
I'm
seen
an
over
original
here anyways, because I'm not into that.
You should
Yeah,
come on
I'm
and
hardcore.
Wear protection, sir.
I won't share your link, but if you do have one, I wouldn't mind subscribing to you. You can drop it backstage if you would like. Otherwise, most of you know the rest of these ass hats. Check out Richie, check out Sasquatch, and I'm going to send you somewhere. But first, a snappy tune. If I can buy Richie himself.
Get in the flow state.